It's happening. Listen, before this episode starts, we just thought we'd make a little clip to let you know that anyone who doesn't know, we now have a Patreon. It is patreon.com/another one podcast. And there's like a few different tiers on there. And we can go and get where you can sign up to us. And it helps us make this podcast. Helps us make it, helps us pay for the podcast. Helps us make it better. Helps us improve and put more content out. We've got big plans for things we want to do. Haven't we? Since
yes, we have. We've got big plans. We have got big plans.
Yes, Rob. Yes.
No, we have got big plans, and without anyone signing to the Patreon, this will die.
Yeah.
This will go away eventually, because if we can't make it work financially, we can't keep doing it, can we?
No, we can't just keep throwing fucking...
No, and we've got Aftermill to buy, and that fucking costs
We've got kids to pay for. Yeah. Listen, I'll be honest, if I can't provide, I'll leave.
Yeah.
So...
And we already know.
You don't want to make an orphan.
We already know how it's going, don't we? So we needed to be giving us something back.
Yeah, please.
Because we're bleeding here.
My kids are begging. My kids begging.
So sign up to the Patreon, patreon.com/another one podcast.
That's it. There's 3 different tiers, loads of different prices.
Pick one.
Help
sign
us.
Up. You won't even notice it going out your bank. It's a couple of quid.
Less than a Tesco meal deal. Or, well, maybe more than a Tesco meal deal.
You'd buy a starving man a meal deal, wouldn't you?
Yeah, well, I'm starving. That's what we are. Look at me.
Look at him. Do you think that? Do you think this?
Help!
Another one.
It's happening. Hello, welcome to another one podcast.
Rob's the change. You've gambled again. You've taken the hoodie off.
It's a tall tee, isn't it?
I know, but it's
that is going to ride up.
I'm trusting it.
He says he gets these tall tees now from River.
Right, you're on Gut Watch, by the way, James.
Is it Next or River Island?
You know what Gut Watch is, don't you?
Yeah, that's going to ride.
You're a podcast professional.
The mic you're going to have to...
there you go. That's it.
Better, yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I feel like a dick when I have to...
No, don't. No, I feel like a dick for not knowing that. Sorry.
Right. You'll look like a dick in the YouTube comments when someone goes, "Can't really hear James." It's like, well, we did tell him 3 times.
It's all right.
Yeah, you just got to point it at your mouth.
Yeah.
Are we well?
That's a
Maybe
big
that's
one.
why I'm...
yeah, that's how I'm not getting paid middles.
Yeah. I was to say it then, but
that is lovely.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
Rob's bought me a
cat.
Is it a cat or a KA?
Cat. I don't know. I've only ever seen it written down on a can.
Taste the Caribbean cat sparkling fruit punch.
But like generally, the more dodgy a pop looks, the better it is.
Yeah.
Like you know, like when you just get what did I get like last week? It was called something like Iran. It wasn't exactly that, but like it was just it had a picture of a strawberry, and then some other like berries that I couldn't identify. I've never seen before, and I was like, I'll have a bash on that. Yeah. It's the best thing I've ever had.
Just like
it's in the shop next to Hot Water. You know, it's got all like them
black convenience shops.
Yeah. You got to get them from a dodgy
selling
shop.
The multi-pack stuff.
Yeah, exactly. But they're selling like Dubai's multi-packs. You know, like they're getting them from abroad, so they don't have like standards on like what chemicals are in it. So it's great.
Yeah. You can buy individual bottles of beer from them places.
Yeah, like all London corner shops do that. They all do like they do them by the can, and it was quite a good system when I was a student. Yeah. So like pretty much every corner shop.
One Stop do it sometimes.
Yeah.
So it'll be like
what a can.
So it'll be like £1.50 a can.
A can of Peroni.
Like 4 for £4, something like that.
So they're just like a big orange sticker there, going like £1.40 for a Peroni or £4 for 4 or something like that.
Yeah.
It's quite good. So you go in there, you have 3 cans. I'll have 3 bottles of Peroni, and then I'll have 1 big bottle of Cobra. Little mix and match thing that you can't get from the big conglomerate.
You can have a beer tapas.
Yeah, we can support this black trade by going like 3 bottles of Peroni. This is an odd order.
I don't know if I like that or not, because I feel like you'd end up buying in moderation, which is probably a good thing. But then I quite like getting 24 and going, well, I'm only going to have a few and knowing full well I'm going to nail all 24.
The reason it works, though, is there is a corner shop on every corner that is open like 24 hours.
Yeah.
And like every day of the year.
Sometimes in London, I find it very difficult to get hold of any alcohol after like the gig. Like you have to buy it.
You've got to go
the thing,
to the sticks is the thing. In Central, it's totally different. But in like the little areas that are like the towns that make up London, like they'll have a corner shop everywhere.
I remember I was walking through Camden trying to find somewhere to get a pizza, and I couldn't get one.
It is mad how much the city shuts down.
I had to get one slice from like this van.
Yeah.
And I was like, why can't I get a pizza? And
it's the worst nightlife in the country.
Yeah.
Like,
London shuts down. Everywhere shuts at like midnight.
It's the city that often sleeps.
Yeah. I went to, that time I went to hand me scripts into that place. I remember going around London.
Still find that incredible.
That's the first time.
He went around London handing in scripts.
Right.
Where to?
I blagged an interview. Right.
to receptionists.
They're going to be like, hello, we've got some gold here.
Is Ricky here? Because I've got them.
I blagged an interview with Fremantle, which do X Factor and Big Talk or whatever.
Neighbours.
Talk Back Thames and all that. So I blagged an interview
What
there.
show were you pitching that's between the X Factor and
Well,
Neighbours?
here you go. So on the application form, it said like you had to come up with show ideas and all that. And then I read back this application form, and I go, oh, it's actually quite a good application form. This, because if you read back an application form, usually this is cringe. But I was really going, this sounds like somebody. We'll get him for an interview.
Because that's what you think, though.
Yeah.
This is you judging this.
Yeah, I know, but I shouldn't get an interview at this company. This company is designed to get people who've got people who know people to get you in. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't get that job. Some northern chimp with nobody in
you were never getting that job.
Yeah.
Your whole point, you get an interview so that you can go, yeah, we looked at a few people. And
Maybe
Yeah.
so.
I think
it was like a Rooney rule.
Yeah,
it's just the
maybe
Rooney
they
rule.
needed a northern, and maybe that was why.
Yeah.
So anyway,
You've
I
got them
this
a grant.
So yeah, maybe so. I used to just go and get pissed in London because I'd never been. I feel like I'm going on business here, like it's an opportunity. So
I thought you were on The Apprentice.
I took my scripts to this.
This sounds like a
company.
challenge.
Yeah.
I took my script to this. Yeah, but it was all the Apprentice types there, and I just wanted to hand them into this production. Obviously, now I understand that even if you're on TV, you can't get a script in front of anyone.
Yeah.
What was I think? Well, like this for me, I was nuts.
I don't think like David Attenborough wanders into the BBC like, I'm doing birds.
I
I've got to like plan it a bit, innit?
I thought this is how Ricky Gervais got put on.
Yes, yeah.
But it's not like Ricky was thick in the world of comedy and stand-up and that one.
I used to write like Alan Partridge fan stuff.
Yeah,
And then
you're nuts,
I'd
aren't you?
send it off to like Baby Cow and be like, let me know what you think.
Yeah.
Because that's how they got the job, the Gibbons brothers. They were like, we wrote it for. I was like, oh, well, sound. If that's easy.
Little did you know.
Script.
Exactly.
Little
yeah.
did you know the Gibbons brothers were executive producers on the In-Betweeners and all that.
Yeah.
So they're not just writing a spec, some psychopath who's
Yeah.
19 thinking, I like
Got this great
Partridge
idea.
and I could write for him.
And also, it's all bollocks. When the Gibbons brothers might have said that's how they got the job. But it's like, I've said this before, when we had Bowman and Keo the other week, and I was like, the amount of bollocks you really don't realise is bollocks that you believe. Like the way John Bishop just walked on stage. Next thing he's on the Apollo, he's just naturally great. No, 15 years you put in your cunt.
Exactly, yeah.
And
But
worked
Boardman
hard to get as good as
no,
you
but
was.
Boardman was saying when he was on that Bishop really motored through.
Yeah, but he still had.
I'm sure,
done
but 15 years to his level is motoring through.
Yeah, but also Bishop motored through from going from full time to being on telly. He didn't motor through from being an open spot to being on telly. That's what Boardman was saying. Boardman he quit his job. He quit his job, and he was giving himself 3 years to get on telly, and he done it in 18 months. But he got to the level where he's quitting his job because he knew he's going to earn good money. Anyway.
Right.
It was already pretty minted as well, wasn't he? Yeah. He had a good job beforehand.
I'd always hate that though when they say like, especially with actors, and they get like, I had a meeting with a producer, and from then on, the rest is history. But what happened in between then?
And how did you get that meeting? Whose dad knows whose dad?
Exactly.
Right, okay, so with Bishop, so when he did that infamous spot at the Frog when he just went on, is that true?
That's true, yeah.
Right, so from that date to being on the TV, you're saying it was 15 years?
I think it was 11, 15 years, yeah.
Right, okay, see, to me, I thought it was like 5 or 6.
No.
Right.
It's the same as like, I started stand-up sort of because of Jack D. He was like, I watched his set and was like, that's what
we're all amazed it wasn't Bernard Manning.
Yeah. Well, it really was, Rob. Yeah, it really was.
We know what
reality,
you mean. Yeah. On the slide, Chubby Brown.
Who was I saying?
Mainly the chubby bit.
Who was I saying actually about when you get asked about who your favourite comics are? And, that's it, because I'm doing this gig in one on Monday, and they go, oh, the radio, and the local BBC people go, oh, can we interview like that Merseyside one did? And I was saying to Taylor on the phone, going like, if they asked me who my favourite comedians were getting in, Chubby Brown, Bernard Manning, Frankie Allen. It's just them, and they think, where are we going now? They go, okay. So these, So if you like them, come and see me in this show. I was thinking, why not? It's like when they did the Leicester Mercury, when I said I'll just name check the ones who've gone fucking nowhere. Like, give them what they're not expecting. They're expecting Manford, Bridges, and that. But if you go out there and name people that now would be like considered
working in an office.
Yeah. It's like, what are we going to do now? He said Bernard Manning and Roy Chubby Brown are his favourite comedians.
Just be like Louis C.K.
Yeah. Well, I do say that still.
I've stopped saying that just because I
Have
can't
you?
be bothered. Well, because I'm shit house out of it because I can't be bothered with the conversation that follows afterwards, innit?
Right.
When When I first saw Jimmy O,
Yeah. There's this actor in Wigan who people seem to hate, but he's fucking phenomenal writer.
People just
really
don't get him.
clever stuff.
And there's also this young bald lad with missing tooth. What's his name? The one who went on the forum and was just going.
I know him. I know him. Yeah.
What was his name?
Come on, you know James doesn't want to be a grass.
Is my name
James
Wilson? I think.
Oh,
James
right.
Wilson, right?
I think he's a bit of a.
Don't know.
I mean, whatever happened, he got noticed.
Yeah.
It's just if he was any good lad, but he was a bit horrific, wasn't he?
There's good and bad noticed.
Yeah.
I love that. You're really good at this now because you've obviously called it out the past few weeks. But I fucking love like someone who's quite naive on like a comedy forum and they don't know how like the politics works.
Yeah.
And they go like, 5 gigs, probably got about 90 minutes of material.
Yeah.
And then people just...
Does that still happen?
Yeah, sometimes you get people who are like...
Well, have you seen this fella on
proper-
a comedy bullshit forum? Like, and this is probably inside the industry. People who listen to the podcast are watching it. There's a fella.
They love a little bit of industry
they
now
do.
and then, though.
There's a forum called the Comedy Bullshit Forum on Facebook, which was set
This
up.
is how our industry runs.
Which was
Facebook groups. It's fucking pathetic.
It's ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah.
Of how many people are earning a living off fucking forums.
Are we going to take it to fucking Habbo Hotel?
Yeah.
Like, what
when
the
I
fuck?
When I first started out, I genuinely thought it operated in a similar way to like how like Deadline Day worked in the footy, and I thought they'd be like, news just in of Jack D signing with Avalon, and then there'd be like a big press conference like, can't wait to get started, and then it was like, no, you've got to apply to request a fucking Facebook forum invite.
Yeah.
For the-
Yeah.
Well, on the Comedy Bullshit Forum, there's a fella who's doing skits now, and he's just. They are just terribly amateurish, but everyone's getting wound up with them. It's like, it's called the Comedy Bullshit Forum. Leave the lad alone.
I'm not on that one.
He's posting shite. Let him fucking
It is
be.
funny that, and like, what's dead funny with it is, and like, I'll name no names, but some of the people who were like trying to roast him in the comments, it's like, get your own fucking house in order.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
you are a dog shit comedian. Stop telling other comedians their shit.
I haven't seen this.
It's just some lad.
Just some lad who's like over keen, dead new, filming like sketches at home. I haven't watched any of them.
Film and
I've
stuff
got
that he
better
like, you
things
see
to
on
do.
TikTok. But like, I watched
And
one.
he's posting
You
them.
got to try, haven't you?
Yeah, God loves a tryer.
Exactly.
Well, he's seen something that says comedy.
Yeah.
Comedy bullshit. He's gone, oh, it is comedy bullshit. And everyone's gone, how dare you?
Yeah,
how
put
dare
bullshit
you
in this comedy
put
bullshit
yourself-
forum.
How dare you put your head above the parapet, you prick?
But we were
How
saying
dare you
this about
besmirch the good name
We were just
of the
saying on the-
comedy bullshit forum?
the Patreon about how comedians were like sensitive, introverted people, and we just don't make sense. So it's like everything's a laugh. and
So
all that,
many
and then-
undiagnosed conditions.
Yeah.
Everyone's a bit autistic or ADHD or both.
Yeah. You've got to be a little bit of it.
Yeah, there's all issues everywhere. We've all got issues, man. Mine and Wazzy's his daddy's.
I've lost
Yeah, I've
track.
got that
then.
one too.
James'
I've
daddy.
lost-
You
We're all daddy
we're all
issues, I
daddy
think.
issues,
Yeah, it's a
Lost
pretty common one, I
100%.
think.
We were talking about something all right then, and I've lost the train.
So can I? So when you went, did they invite you to an interview, or did you just turn up and go?
Oh no, I didn't
Fuck
just
off.
say that. I wasn't at that level, mate. Where I was just literally.
Here's
Actually,
all
you know what?
6 for the first series. Thank you.
Hello, darling. Ring your
Yeah.
boss. Tell her the was is here.
I put an invoice with them as well.
I've got
Just
it.
initial there, we'll get it rolling.
£120 for these 6 Microsoft Word scripts.
Before you ask, I am VAT registered.
There's a post-it note with casting suggestions.
Yeah.
No.
But no, that interview. I was talking about that. Oh, London. We're talking about London nightlife just being terrible.
yeah.
It's, so I was going around, like literally everywhere. I was walking up to a bar at like 11:45.
Yeah, it's not happening.
And they go, not coming in now, finished. What do you mean it's meant to be London? I mean, like Leicester. I was in, like, I don't know where I was, but I was in somewhere I thought, this is the shit.
It is weird. Like the closer you are to the centre, the worse the nightlife is. It all happens in the little, because like London, like it's not a city. It's loads of towns connected together.
Yeah.
You got to think of it like that, and they're all individual areas. So when I lived there, I would go out mostly in New Cross, where I lived, or Lewisham or Peckham, like close to home, and that's where there's like late night bars and stuff. People in centre, it's just like tourists and stuff, and it sort of empties out.
Yeah,
at night.
Camden was a
The
bit
times
nuts. It was a bit
It's
Camden
also
is-
a tourist trap.
Camden is
Camden.
nuts.
Yeah, the times I've been out in Camden twice. So, during the day, sound you have a good drink during the day. But then I say nightlife wise, one time I went down. So we go both times we're going down for the NFL and just going the night before. One time I think I told this story on the pod where I went down.
Probably we've done about 50 hours.
We went down on Halloween and just bunked into some Halloween party.
Yeah.
And it was just a grind party.
Were you
And
the pumpkin?
That one.
It was what? You the fuck off. Rob's just come with fat jokes.
Hey Rob, we're going to wholesome podcast.
Yeah,
now.
we're wholesome now, you know.
So you're witnessing. This is the first one.
The change.
This is the first time. Am I bringing the tone down? I'm bringing the tone down of Toxic Masculinity, the podcast.
Yeah, we're wholesome now.
Oh, fuck it then. Did you come on anyone at the podcast? At the podcast? At the party?
So anyway, we bunked it. It was a grime night. It was great. I had a lovely time.
Everybody has to announce the last time they came now before we can start the podcast.
1:45 this afternoon.
Stop it now. Come on. You went to the party.
About 3 a.m. last night.
In between the Patreon and the...
We were all in the room.
Yeah. Well, I nipped the toilet, didn't I? No, go on. Right.
Anyway, 2019.
Remember it well.
She barely brushed past me.
Yeah. Come on.
I don't know where I was going. Anyway,
You had the Halloween
party. Had a great time. Ended up in VIP with just this big group of black lads, and it was amazing. I was literally a mascot. They enjoyed the way I danced. Yeah. So they like, come here, white boy, get in with us. And then literally my mates were trying to talk to me, and like security was pushing them away. Like, no, you can't go in there. And I don't remember these people. I wish I still knew them because it was one of the best nights of my life.
You felt accepted.
Yeah, it was honestly, it was amazing.
Felt like you built some bridges for race relations that night. Big Scouse pumpkin in the grind party.
Yeah. Join in. Ebony and Ivory come together in perfect.
Well, anyway, so we go out the next night, and I'm thinking, say him again. Do some dancing, some black people that like me, and it'll be an amazing night. And the grime had turned to drill.
Right,
it was a
very different,
very
vibe.
Uncomfortable atmosphere.
Yeah.
So I was just a white boy standing there holding me drink, very afraid.
Sure,
because it seemed like at some point someone was going to get knifed.
It's just a bit more intense, drill.
It was very intense.
It's less like fun vibe
the whole night. So we had to get out of there then at that point because I was like, right, well now I'm not going to be seen endearing now if I start dancing. I'm just going to be like, fuck off, shivved. So we left and we ended up in a student night, which was playing, which they'd called a retro indie night.
Oh.
But was just all my favourite songs.
Yeah, it's
all my favourite songs
of
were in uni, and like just these like 17, 18-year-olds dancing around ironically to like the Future Heads, and
I know.
And like I'm just there going, oh my god, I love this. Yeah. But you're ruining it for me because I look like an old twat.
You don't know who the rakes truly are.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Can't get a 22 grand job now.
Yeah.
That's a deep cut, that. Sorry. Apologies.
Nice.
Apologies.
The Elephant, I think, was the pub in Camden. Is there a pub called The Elephant?
The Elephant's Head?
Is it in Camden?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I ended up going. I mean, it was rammed, and I was stood there hot with a bag of Sainsbury's stuff going, this is shit.
Yeah.
But like,
I come down here with my scripts.
Yeah, it sounds like you're giving it your best go.
Sainsbury's bag full of
speaking
scripts.
to the bouncer about me fucking ideas. No, but
see the soot on my face?
Yeah, but it's quite close to like Primrose and Camden. Is it Primrose Hill? Is that a place? That's quite close to Camden, isn't it?
I think so. Like,
that's where my mate lived, and then it was just a short chalk farm, Belsize Park, and then Camden was one, and it was just about a 10-15 minute walk into Camden, and then I just ended up going out there. But that was like, it wasn't what I wanted. I was like, this is a bit. There's nowhere to just sit.
I used to go Club Enemy at Coco. At Camden when I lived in London.
Tell me more.
It was an excellent time. I would go wearing my my braces and my winkle pickers and my plastic rosary beads.
That when you had the jacket and the tie?
All that. No, pre-jacket and tie actually. We're predating
Why
that.
did you get rid of that style?
So like when I started comedy, I had like, I would wear like a
good little
brown
image.
tweed jacket. Yeah, no, I looked fire, mate. Don't worry about that. I always do. Always do. Always keeping it stepping.
Well,
like you
you blended in there, very beige.
Nah, man, it's all about subtlety. It's all right. My personality glows now.
Right, okay.
I've got to tone it down a bit, innit? I don't want to absorb all the energy in the room.
You couldn't be
flashily dressed gents.
You couldn't be sober with the tweed jacket.
Yeah,
breathing in.
Fucking next catalogue, page 6.
I'll say that. Page 6. That's not bad, is it?
But yeah, like I used to wear like jacket and tie and all that, but it was a bit of a faff. And then like just one night I gigged without it, and it was exactly the same. And I was like, why the fuck have I been bothering with that?
So you did it as like an actual sort of gimmicky thing.
Sort of. It was half and half, like because I would like wear it about as well. I just sort of got into it.
You wanted to sort of look like a dishevelled mess sort of thing.
Yeah, well that was very natural at that point, to be honest.
Where though at that point when you?
Yeah, like that. That was me trying to like put something on top of the.
I like the idea of that dishevelled Pete Doherty sort of mess sort of look.
Well, so did I, and like I was a big Pete Doherty fan, and I fucking lived it. Like bar the smack, I stopped short.
Yeah, I think you became. It's like Dice Clay with the thing. You became Dice Clay.
I became.
So he became Pete Doherty or Doherty. You just say Doherty or Doherty.
I think it's Doherty.
You give it, but you've got no C in it. It's fucked up, that, isn't it?
I think it's just Irish, mate.
Yeah, just language that makes how it works.
Fuck the Irish.
But you say jalapeno.
Fuck the IRA. I don't know what any of this means.
No, that's like you're arguing quite against yourself there. Very mixed messages.
Well, that's good. That's good then, because now what side's he on now?
They don't say the IRA. It's the RA.
The RA, yeah.
And I would also like
Vittorio.
Say, let's go Rangers. Fuck the Queen.
You say let's go Rangers. Fuck the Queen.
Well, I'm trying to be more political, obviously. So this is me dipping my toe into the.
It's going great, mate. Have I got news for you? Maybe go give them a script, mate.
Yeah.
Hislop your belt.
I did gig with Hislop's kids. Yeah, that's fine.
Shaka.
Have you gigged with him? Shaka.
Hislop.
Oh, yeah.
Goalkeeper for Newcastle. The 90s legend.
Yeah, dude, yeah. Shaka Hislop, he was good. No, but
I actually gigged with Citizen Khan's daughter. Yeah, Shaka Khan.
Is she?
Right, this is Dan Daniel.
Sorry, I just want to do
right?
Shaka jokes now.
Get out and put back in a different mentality.
It was started with the drink, mate. The drink that was when
That's
it turned into DDP.
Yeah.
It's a DDP drink. That
I'm sorry.
You're letting them overtake
Gotta be
us.
they can't have Fanta on the DDP. They've got to have this weird fucking Iran one. We only drink Iranian Fanta on this podcast.
Mate. You fucking basic bitches with your mainstream sodas.
Where you that, mate? Where you that? You know what I mean? We have Fanta and PG Tips.
You know what the problem is?
Nescafe.
We've got too wholesome and we've let this shit creep in. Get back to being toxic.
Yeah, you've got no respect
Fuck
anymore.
off, you lanky twat.
There we go. Now we're in. So how did the script meeting go?
When
is this show coming out, by the way?
Did the receptionist laugh in your face, or did she I
can't remember. Again, it's one of them memories I've disassociated myself.
Right,
I didn't do that. That wasn't me.
Right.
I've got the memory, but that wasn't me. It was somebody else. It was a past life. You've got to try, though, haven't you?
You have.
Yeah, but you got to
You got to try.
Also, not
it's like being in hot water and going, Binty, can I come and close Saturday? And you've just done one open spot.
So I got it.
Exactly. See? And look at him now, flying.
Yeah. Now I'm the first act to get booked when everyone else is cancelled.
Yeah, that was annoying.
Well, I do, you got to be a bit of a hustler and a trier, and you're going to do some stupid shit.
But you're one of. I think you're of the whole podcast boom thing. You were the one that a lot of people ran a lot of shit by. Have a word, I think, we're running shit by you, weren't they?
A little bit, yeah.
One of the first to do the YouTube stuff.
Well, you're the one that knew how to do it more.
This is it, I learned how to do it before everyone else.
And you were a bit annoying with it, the fact that you'd be like, just YouTube it. It's like, just fucking
shut up, Rob, and tell me, yeah.
You don't know how many cunts I was dealing with, though. It wasn't just you. And also, the calls from, people who, can barely turn the fucking phone on, trying to run a live stream.
You know, he still can't set a Monzo up.
I know.
I need to set up a Monzo. I'm speaking to you about I need to set up a Monzo for this.
Just go on the internet.
It's stressful.
No, he wants to set up a Monzo because he doesn't trust me having hold the money. So we need.
That is fair.
It is, isn't it? That is fair. He's on it every week going, I love screwing people out of money. I'm thinking, maybe I should get this.
Get it in escrow.
Yeah. He understands.
Yeah. I'm with Woz on this.
I'm not blaming you. I'm just saying it's funny the fact that you want a Monzo because you don't trust me, but then you're too much of your dad to be able to sort a Monzo account.
My own laziness is going to screw me out on my own Patreon.
But what do you mean laziness? You can do it on your fucking phone.
Oh mate, it was fucking awful.
Well, maybe you can't.
It's going. It's sending me back to the login page. No, I can't do it no more, Rob. No.
Yeah, so I've got him ringing up asking me about camera settings. Of course, I was getting fucking annoyed.
Yeah, but I was trying my best, and then I thought, I'm not going to do it in another lockdown. It's shite.
Fuck him.
Have you watched videos on it, or do you get past the 2-minute mark where they go just before I'm going to tell you how to operate this, I'd like to find my sponsor,
mate,
and then
it's just never quite right. It's
yeah, so do I. But then I'm always going to miss an important bit at the start.
Yeah.
You just go back a little bit.
But I'll type the issue in. Here's an issue.
It's not live.
I know,
here's an editing issue. This is why I think paying an editor is worthwhile, because I was trying to edit a clip for this 60th thing I was doing for my uncle. And I spent, I reckon, because you had lockdown, fuck all else to do. I thought, I'm going to try and learn how to edit. So I tried to edit this thing, and all I wanted to do was put subtitles on this video. And I've got Final Cut Pro X, the good one. I'm thinking, I should be able to put subtitles on.
It's incredibly simple,
Can you?
No, it isn't. Honest to God, I was going I couldn't sleep. I did 14 hours trying to subtitle this one thing. I was going to kill myself at the end of it. It was so hard. And then I went on Final Cut. All I needed to do was sort of lasso this sort of thing. And oh no, that was it. I wanted to try and get music to start playing over something. Yeah. There's something I wanted to do. Yeah. And all I needed to do was just drag the mouse over this clip and it would have put it together. Yeah. I wanted to put the audio with the video, and I didn't know how to get that, to get them on the same thing. Yeah. So I had to keep moving the audio, and all I had to do was lasso it, and then it would have came one clip. Took me 16 hours, I swear. 16 hours in 2 days.
Do you not know how to use Google?
Yes. And I'm typing it in, and I'm going on it, and they're going, this is the thing for Final Cut Pro to add subtitles. I'm going, this isn't it.
Yeah, well, why didn't you just follow a different method? Why didn't you just follow the method they were telling you? Why didn't you try and fix your method? Why didn't you just follow that?
I was Googling, and then I ended up subscribing to this one subtitling thing where you get one free video out of it. Yeah. And then you have to pay for it every month. And then I wanted to do another video, but then I couldn't use that same website because I'd obviously used me one free token. And then I didn't do the video. Just went, fuck it, I'm not doing it. And then that was when I gave up on trying to do anything online. And then obviously we started this. And then now we've got Dean who can just knock anything together in about 6 seconds. And can you do this, Dean? He's like, yeah, sound. Yeah. Well. Editing is a phenomenal skill.
Can you do Audacity? Everyone can do Audacity.
I can do it. I was doing Audacity.
That's like 101.
It's like the Royal Navy thing though. If you can do Audacity, you can do Final Cut.
I can't do Audacity. I went straight at the deep end. I went, fuck Audacity. What is that? Is that software?
That's audio.
Bare minimum audio.
But you can just literally like cut and clip, and it's
Have you got your phone in one of those like leather cases with your cards in it?
A battered one. Yeah. I got it battered. I don't want a new one. I want to buy a battered phone case that flips over. And it looks like it's been in the builder's pocket for 9 years.
That feels like your vibe, man.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah. Do you like refuse to update the software on your phone?
Yes. Yes.
I'm fine with this one.
I love Twitter from 2012.
James, he's never accepted a cookie.
Not one.
Not one.
I have when I've really been desperate.
That's why you're struggling. You've got to keep typing your details in every time.
The Daily Mirror can go fuck themselves. Every time I want to just see a picture of this woman who's had a transformation. But you know, some of the websites will give you a little bit. They'll give you a little bit that you can just scroll through and read it. But some of them, they'll just give you the big blam. You've just got to accept these. Yeah. When I see a reject all, I
love a reject all.
Yeah,
I'm having that.
Yeah.
I'm having that. But when it's a choice between accept all or customise, it's like you can have what you want, mate.
I'm not
clicking through another. I'm not doing it. There's nothing I need to see.
They know that.
There's nothing I need to see.
I accept everything, and until they're telling the HMRC, I'm fine. Yeah. They're the only people I don't know want to know what's going on.
They know more. They know. We said this the other time on the Patreon. They know what we're going to do before we know we're going to do it.
Yeah.
They know what I'm going to do on next Wednesday, and I don't know yet, but they do.
But they also get shit wrong, like, because like sometimes you give it like the wrong information. Like on Facebook at the moment, right? I'm getting all the wrong things targeted. Yeah. Because on Facebook Marketplace, I saw a really fit woman selling like this really skimpy dress.
I've done that. Yeah.
And I clicked it because I wanted to have a look at her boobs, right? Yeah. And like then
here we go, we're getting the tone down again. Yes, come on.
But like now,
paving on Marketplace,
loads of ladies' dresses.
Yes. Is anything sacred?
No.
Not even Marketplace.
Marketplace the worst. Yeah. Honestly, you see the comments in Marketplace.
I saw a sex slave on sale selling themselves to come and like they were like it was a bloke in a little maid's outfit. Well, they were like, "Well, I'll come round and clean your flat."
Yeah. Naked.
And like, but he was on this little male thing with his like nurse thing.
It was a
male guy in a little maid outfit, but like you know his arse is out.
And was he advertising this to anyone?
And he was like,
for
free, I'll come round. I think it was men. Right. I don't think any woman wants this.
Exactly. There's no market, is there? We said this about brothels.
Yeah, like it's
no market for a male brothel.
No, like dick is free for a reason.
Yeah.
Have you seen the new one? And like,
hang on, what was this? What was this Marketplace story you saying about this?
Oh yeah, so there was all that, and then now now
Want to see the boobs of the woman.
I just wanted to see their boobs. So, but now I get targeted loads of women's clothing because they think that's what I was interested in. And Facebook.
And now you're transvestite.
Yeah. Now transition.
Yeah. Long story short, every time I get in from a podcast, I stick a bra and panties on.
Yeah, good news. I'm now going to get on panel shows.
It is funny. I've done that. I've gone on marketplace.
Got in women's clothes.
And then you feel horrible about yourself when you see the other people that are doing it because there's people worse than you who then leave comments on the things that girls are saying.
Show Bobs and Vagine.
Go and being like, oh, I won't buy the dress, but how much for you? Yeah. You're like, oh,
that's the equivalent of
you sexy lady, so beautiful.
Oh.
I love you long time. Show pussy.
Show pussy. That's the equivalent of the ideally looking for a female comic to fill this spot, and then a man goes, I can wear it, put a dress on.
Put a dress on if you want. Yeah.
Love that.
It's funny every time.
It's just like or people who send the gif of, like, if there's an argument kicking off and someone sends the gif of someone eating popcorn.
The Michael Jackson popcorn one.
Yeah, but back in the day, you used to have to do something like that to get the notifications. Now you can
comment with your chest. Don't sit there with your little fucking gif. Get in the mud with all of us, or you don't get the notifications.
I just go back to it. I just go back to it.
Yeah, just remember and go back.
Yeah, I just remember and go back.
Stealthy.
Yeah.
In and out.
But then you run the risk of it when it gets deleted, and you're not having. Like the other day, when two
promoters were
going at it.
Oh, that was a great one.
Yeah.
I love that.
When they were going at it.
Screenshots of messages get shared, that's brutal.
He sent me a screenshot, and I was like, lad, keep screenshotting, because I am out the house for 10 minutes.
So you need
I was driving at the time, you know.
I don't want to run the risk of this being deleted, so screenshot everything, because I don't like to miss out.
Yeah. It's great. I love comedy arguments. They're one of my favourite things about being a comedian, because like 9 times out of 10 it is two divs arguing over who's the biggest div. And you just want to be like, guys, both of you are cunts.
This one was over.
You're both
this
wrong.
One was this one was kind of an under. It was about fees, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's
about money. When it's about money, it's a bit different, I think.
The best ones are when people who like say, I'm the brewery I'm working with want to put on a night, and then like there's people with like a wealth of experience who can run a comedy night, tell them what to do, and like, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, I don't think I'll pay anyone.
Yeah. I think the standard of comedians can get for free will be adequate on New Year's Eve.
Free to a bill? Nah, I just put 20 on.
I like it when that happens, and what they try and do is then have a go at the people who are like, go, no, listen. I'm not trying to be audible. Here's some advice, and go, why is everyone so negative?
Gatekeeping.
The comedy forum.
Yeah. I would have thought all these comedians would be very positive, happy-go-lucky people.
Fuck off.
Yeah. I just love performing.
Yeah. But no, it is like I had it once with like one of those guys who was like brand new, you know, when they've like done 3 shows, and I'm like, right, I've booked my local theatre to do my solo show.
Yeah.
And they were like, any advice?
Who are these
and I was like, well, don't, was my advice. And I was like, look, just work up to it. It'll be a long night. It's really hard to do an hour of comedy. It takes years to learn. All this, like, you know, sensible advice.
Yeah.
And he got really fucking pissy. He was like, who the fuck are you to tell me all this? So I just replied, can you film it? I was like, right, if you don't want to fucking listen, can I at least see what happens?
Fucking fire, mate. You've always got to. I always back the psycho. I always back the psycho. So the guy who's going, I've booked the theatre after 3 gigs. I go, good for you, lad. Because you know what? If this goes the way it's probably going to go, it's going to be horrible for you. But if it goes well, fucking fair play to you. So you look at him and go like,
spoiler, it did not go well.
Yeah.
Did he do it?
He did it, and
Did you go and watch?
No, I didn't go and watch.
Oh,
but
I'd have gone and watched.
I heard from a reliable source that it was everything you'd expect.
So he went ahead with it?
Went ahead with it.
And how many tickets did he shift?
Like, you know, like 50, 60 to his mates in a 1,000-seat theatre.
1,000-seat theatre he booked?
Oh, that's lovely, that.
How much money's that?
Loads. Like, it's not cheap.
Was he a rich... Did he look
must have
wealthy?
just had some money, like, you know. I think he was probably like, he was like a middle-aged bloke, so I think he must have just been like a middle manager or something and had a bit of cash and
he'd done 3 gigs.
Done 3 done 3 5-minute spots, and I was like, I can do an hour.
What was that?
Have
you seen that company that
in a 1,000-seat wow.
I mean, on the one hand, you admire the Stones on it, but like, just chill out a little bit, innit, lads?
There's the company that, and it's not just comedy they can teach you. They can teach you how to be like an MMA fighter in 6 weeks.
Oh yeah, that white collar stuff.
Yeah, and
they wanted to do stand up. I was going to
end up fighting someone in 6 weeks.
I was going to do stand up for them, like coaching stand up.
You're on gut watch, by the way, because it's harder than it looks for me.
He's been absolutely fine. Yeah, no.
Yeah, all right, see,
I'm looking out
for you. He's a
professional. Yeah, but Boardman wasn't, was he?
No, he was.
You look
pathetic.
like Boardman 20 years ago.
Oh,
I think they're similar, aren't they? Actually, they both got
I know.
side.
They're both sensible, but always. Oh yeah, they were gonna like ask me to teach people to do stand up, like 6 weeks course.
Yeah.
Then they want to do stand up, and not the same way they do the all MMA thing, and the money I was like, no, this is ridiculous. Goes against everything I stand for, and then the money they were gonna give me, I was like, all right, yes, yeah, no problem. These fucking weirdos want to do stand up in 6 weeks. Sound, yeah.
The stand up one is like it's at least somewhat. It was the MMA, like boxing and stuff. I was like,
yeah, but you're only fighting someone else who's also only been training.
Yeah, but
like,
it doesn't matter.
Potentially fucking knock him out.
You could still get brain damage against an amateur.
Yeah, but that's what you're there for, isn't it?
So funny.
Yeah, like I don't know. It is different stakes because, like the comedy one, like the audience at the final thing is everyone's friends and family, and everyone's very supportive, and it's dead nice.
But they're not.
But like, it doesn't matter when you're doing MMA, you're getting your fucking head kicked
exactly,
in.
Yeah.
Oh,
like you run the risk of the other guy just being like an ex-soldier, like Monty Burns. Do you know Monty Burns?
Yeah.
He signed up to do white collar boxing, and I was like, that's not fair, mate, because he boxed in the army.
And you got PTSD.
Yeah, exactly.
You're gonna kill someone,
mate. Someone drops a glass, he's gonna fucking tear his head off.
Mike Osborne used to live with him, and he couldn't use his electric toothbrush because Monty would kill him.
I love Monty. He is a brilliant dude, but like fucking mental.
Yeah. Yeah, there should be some sort of, I used to MC back in the day. I used to MC them blue collar things, and then blue collar boxing, and it's hilarious. Cause, right,
white collar, surely. Like,
whatever.
Blue collar would be like in a barn.
Right,
like Snatch.
So which is the more professional?
White collar's like you work in
business.
an office. Yeah.
Right.
Blue collar's like scaffolder.
Yeah, Springsteen.
Yeah. Well, what's that kind of? Well, white collar boxing sort of thing, and it is funny to watch because one of the things that's always happened, which
the crowd
don't want to be sexist, but the women fall out every single time.
The ones who are fighting?
It
becomes an actual fight.
It becomes an actual, they hate each other.
Amazing.
Whereas the men become like brothers.
Yeah.
And like they're like come like brothers, and the women just end up hating each other. But then the families come, and you know when you're saying in a comedy night where they're all like dead supportive and stuff, it's not on a boxing night.
Yeah, it's different, innit?
They want their person to win, and they actively hate everyone else. Like every night it's done, at some point they have to stop and go, listen, everyone here is for the same reason. All charity, all want to give it a go.
Look, someone's going to end in tears.
Stop being cunts, basically. Stop booing people. Stop being cunts. Let's cheer everyone.
Booing amateurs.
Honestly, there was
raising money for like cancer charities. Like, boo! Boo, you accountant dick.
There was one where there was 400 people in the room, and someone had brought almost 100 of them, and they refused to make any noise for anyone else.
Wow.
And it was literally like,
but
you can't ignore people now.
But that's what them cunts who go, I'm running a marathon for charity. No, you're doing it to get in shape, to make yourself look better, and you're getting the guise of the charity. You're doing it for you. These people that are doing these charity things, they're going like, I'm doing it. No, you're doing it to help your life because you don't want to do it. So it's like, so when they're going to that charity boxing match, they are there just because they want to fucking tear up. There's nothing to do with the fucking charity. It gives them an excuse to go, I'm doing it for charity. No, you want to get in there and fucking kill someone, and your family want you to go and kill someone under the guise of you don't have a charity boxer, mate. It's just obviously Kai's one was different because it's comics, they're friends, and everyone's it's a different event. That way you're just going, I'm fighting any fucker. I'm just getting in there and fucking fighting him. It's like
they end up being like brothers. So like there was one who brought 100 people. They were actively booing his opponent, and I just been backstage with them hugging each other, saying like, "Oh, I made up, I met you, and so God, no matter what happens in the fight, we're all still gonna be mates." And like, and his family literally like dogging his mate out as he walks to the ring. I literally had to just go, "Stop it, just fucking stop it."
But at the end of the day, it is a fight, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's a fight.
Is that what you can't really have a friendly
You can't
fight.
have a friend unless it's going to be like, well, you're not even trying now. So you can't have a friendly fight.
You can. Everyone's I've had loads of scraps and then been mates afterwards.
Yeah, but not during
fight
with a stranger.
It was a mate.
Having a fight with a mate when you're pissed and going like, we're sober, I've never met you and I'm trying to kill you now. And
I'll see you at 3 p.m. Saturday for a throwdown.
Fair enough,
Is that what it's like? Because I don't mind watching it on the telly, and I always thought, I quite like to go and see like boxing live. But after seeing the videos this
professional one, but that white collar stuff.
It's like the professional because
got one steward there in charge of 500 pissed family members that are like baying for blood.
Most professional ones, people are just there, like especially combat. People are just there as fans of the sport. Like they might like certain fighters more than others, but mostly they're fans of the sport. These people are family members who are fans of one person.
Because I've seen loads of videos of
the crowd
UFC and a boxing and kicking out. I just think, what possesses you to think that like you could take that person?
Have you heard of cocaine?
No,
like it's like that's what it is in the crowd.
These are drug tested.
It's a load of like coked up guys in the crowd, isn't it? And there's a fight, and it's like if there's fighting. When I worked in a pub, I worked at a sports bar, and like whenever there was boxing on, there was fights in the pub. It just gets people in that mentality. It's just that it's primal thing, isn't it? Like fighting is like it's like gets that like chimp bit.
These white collar events, I swear, somebody that I knew who was like 16, 17 wanted to do it, and somebody just dropped out, and they go, "Does anyone want to fight this guy?" And they go, "Yeah." If they weigh a decent amount, and they go, "Right, that's not too disparate." In you go, lads.
This is what I was trying to get to as well from the MC. The other point I was trying to make was one about the women. The other thing is you get cunts who have had loads of fights.
Right.
Yeah. They've like done like 8 of them white collar things.
Yeah.
And then they know they're going to knock that person.
Turning up at the open mic night when you've...
Yeah,
like,
we go Club 20.
10 years.
Yeah. Dropping a notepad.
I'm just turning up just to make you look terrible.
Yeah. But like, honestly, they come and they go to the first 2 weeks training sessions and then they mysteriously can't make the other 6 weeks, and they make themselves look as bad as possible for the first 2 weeks, and then turn up on the night and just fucking leather them. And it is quite funny to watch though. Like,
but that's
it is terrible, but it is quite funny to watch because you're like, oh, he's just schooling him. And
I quite fancy doing one of those comedy ones now.
Me too.
Yeah,
turning up and just being like, comedy is it? And the final night just being like,
hang on. You want to get in the ring?
I'd love to. I used to do a little bit of boxing in primary school.
Did you?
In primary school?
What, 3 weeks after school?
Yeah, European level. European under sixes.
Yeah. When you say in primary school,
Rob, you never know. He might be one of them cunts. Like, he could light up the super featherweight division or whatever it'd be.
But when you say primary school, do you mean at primary school age you went to a boxing club, or you mean after school you did a bit of pad work?
A little bit. I did a bit of judo for 4 weeks and got a certificate at the end.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah. But then in year 7,
I don't think I'm going to go and have Hoist Gracie off in the fucking...
First year of high school I tried it and was like, oh, and then I got like knocked out and then...
That's the end of that.
Right. I used to go boxing a bit, and my problem is...
I've needed glasses ever since.
I just love myself too much. So like, I'd be boxing and I'd throw a good punch and I'd stand there admiring it. And then someone would hit me, and I go, "Fuck, get him in a fight."
That was good. That
the coach used to have a go at me because I'd be like, I'd be boxing, and then I'd just leave it there, like, "Fucking great, that was fucking." And then he'd hit me back, and I'd go, "What are you doing?" And I'd like, "Stop admiring yourself." Like, I'd just be in the middle of the ring, just like, "Go away."
I'd have to fight someone like me and Cal Oakley joked that if they got
Cal Oakley would kill you.
He would batter me, honestly. But
he's got that immigrant mentality still.
If it was like a
wholesome.
If it was like a low...
Sorry,
Callum, you're very welcome.
I don't know. Someone who's a bit
That's
like...
not why I voted that way.
He's got hands though, hasn't he, Callum?
Yeah, Cal's used to do boxing,
Yeah,
the fastest hands in the Northwest.
Like that when he came on our podcast, he goes, "Oh, I can't punch," and then I didn't know then, but then Smith told me that and then you said Smith's full of shit.
See, I am just deeply uncoordinated. Like I'm deeply uncoordinated. Like I'm just too lanky in it. Like I would never.
Quite thick for a tall man.
I am thick for a tall man. That is true. I am now. Like, but not when I was like a teenager.
THICCC, by the way, that one.
But like I wouldn't do it now because like I'd be like I'm a heavyweight, so I'd have to batter someone. So I weigh like 16 stone.
Oh, that's so unfortunate for you. Yeah.
So I'd have to like fight someone who's like not as tall as me but has muscles.
Yeah, but you just do Tyson when you jab and grab.
Again, not that coordinated.
You could do a lot of leaning. And I'd exhaust the opponent. Just pull her head down. Keep pulling.
You have to learn some dirty boxing.
Yeah, no, definitely. It'd be like when like David A fought Valiev.
Yeah.
Like swinging up at him like this. I'd just have to do all that nonsense. Just do the big freak man.
Yeah.
I like more of a circus sideshow, a fight involving me, innit?
So you want to get in the ring then, yeah? I really wouldn't have thought you would have.
I'd like if for charity. I'd like to do it. I think if you,
I can't. All I'm thinking is Bugsy Malone.
If Rob trained me for 6 weeks,
I feel like why do you want me to train you? I done it a little bit when I was like a teenager. I'm not really. This is all. You need someone proper.
In my camp,
it's all braggadocious.
Rob,
I'll be a hype man.
Okay, yeah, that's
I
fine.
can feel you have confidence.
I'll be a cut man.
Perfect.
In that I will cut you.
If you lose.
Don't fucking get hit again. You can be like...
I'll be your opponent. No,
you would.
Would you juice? If you were going to do with this, would you juice? I think if I was going to do a charity boxing fight, I think I'd juice. If I was up against one of my mates...
Would you start doing it now, though? Because you got to give the juice a bit of time.
I would want the fight to be in like 6 months.
That's what I mean.
I'd want a bit of a run-up.
As soon as Kai started going, we're going to do comedian boxing number 2, we're thinking, bang, straight on. Get in there. Whatever you want. But 6 months later when it comes, and you're just like, fucking...
I'd fucking lay Sam Gore out.
is that you?
Probably, yeah.
I think
I was
that'd
best
be
man at his wedding.
He's quite a tallish fella.
Ish, and like he's fatter than me.
6'2"-ish.
Yeah, like he's also posh and soft, so I reckon I'd batter him.
Do you reckon he'd give it a go?
I don't know. He might against me, just because like we're like dead good mates.
Is his jab as acid as his
But
tongue?
like he is a pussy, so I reckon I'd fucking flat. I don't think he'd enjoy getting it.
Pussy.
He is like he's a nice soft middle class man.
Yeah.
Me v Lomas.
Oh, Lomas would fucking kill you, mate.
Lomas is dirty.
Yeah. He's from... Have you seen where he lives?
You've seen the way he gets gigs?
Where he lives.
Have you not, though?
He said that like he lives in a fucking... under a bridge.
Mate, it might as well be fucking Beirut. Have you picked him up?
No.
Right, so
Ashton.
He lives in Ashton in a tower block that he's like... the only time I've seen like gaffs like this is like on like fucking documentaries.
Right.
It's like, it feels like Lenny Henry should be outside with a bucket.
I've dropped him off once.
Yeah,
but I don't think I saw.
And like that's why Lomas has got such a gob on him, because he's like little, but he's grown up in like a tough area. So
he's known how to get by, be a bit cheeky, and just
you reckon
look on you like, what's he like?
Who do you think I could have on the?
I think you and Lomas would be a good mate.
I'd like to see you versus Peter Brush, because Peter Brush is also secretly a little bit sporty, so I think he'd be a good match.
Peter Brush has got professional athlete genes in him.
Yeah, I also want to see James get battered.
You and Tony Wright, maybe?
Yeah.
Tony Wright, a little bit of wrestling training.
And you're the sort of same... You're mates, aren't you?
Yeah.
You started out together. You, Jamie and Grimshaw. Mark Grimshaw.
What about Hutchie? Would you fight Hutchie?
I would fight Hutchie, but I think...
Way different weight class.
Hutchie v Allen is like the sort of... I don't know, who's like...
You've got
Mayweather v...
Pacquiao.
No, like... Freddie Flintoff when he did boxing for 3 months. Like Hutchie is that well, like he'd fucking batter me, and he'd have like the whole, you'd have everyone.
All you've got to do though is get to round 2
and 3 minutes before we got in the ring.
Gotta give him a line. That's all you got to do. Just distract him with a line.
If I juiced up for like 6 weeks and then did my first gig back and was fucking like and went on and went.
I don't think it works quite that quick.
Oh,
when you're on the juice, you still have to put a lot of work in.
Oh, do you?
It doesn't just give you muscles. You still got to work out. It means you can work out more.
Yeah, does it make your muscles repair quicker so you can work out?
That's steroid.
Okay.
And then the first gig back, I'd be like going.
That's if you put the work in. Otherwise, what would happen if you didn't work? You just get fat.
Yeah.
You actually do feel better, apparently. But like. It's just nominal.
Gives you little bollocks.
Get that guy coming round off that Vice documentary. He goes, I'm going to fucking tax you to grands.
Yeah.
You've been selling us use magic.
Yeah. It's got a proper
charity boxing
voice in. That slap was savvy, that was. That was a proper fucking...
The thing is, do you know what
proper slap.
Oh yeah, I do think
that clip.
The fella's not like he just looks like a normal fella.
Sean, his name is or something.
Quite biggish, but a normal fella, and the 2 juice heads just like pow down to him, like so he's a bad man.
Yeah,
and then there's a little
bad man.
Mate joins in and tries to punch him, and it turned out he was the one who was.
Yeah. That's a good documentary.
Oh, I haven't seen the whole doc. I didn't know that.
Yeah. I've seen the whole doc. That's a good one.
It's good.
I'll have to get onto that.
Yeah. It tells a story and it doesn't need. That's the story I told you about. I spoke to Danny. It was on Danny's podcast when we talked about the idea that these 2 fellas would go and rape you and then take a Polaroid of them raping you and go in.
Oh no, you told on ours, I think. Yeah.
And go and if you say anything, that goes out because being gay in that world is just the worst thing you can be. Yeah. So if you're seen being raped, it's like everything's over for you basically. Yeah. So that's something that these 2 old fellas. He went upstairs. He's like, "What's going on up there?" And they're like, "Get up here, lad." And they were showing him what they were doing to this lad, and he was like, one of them was fucking shagging him, and the other one was taking photos.
Why were they using a Polaroid?
It was back in the day.
Wouldn't a digital camera be more efficient?
Back in the day, mate. Back in the day.
They probably didn't want a digital footprint.
They go, we got 50 more copies of this. Give him one and go, you say anything, that's getting out. It's horrible, that, isn't it?
So wholesome.
I like the idea of like...
yeah, sorry, yeah.
I like the idea,
James, what do you think about the jabs? The vaccine.
Oh yeah, this is where you want to get your fucking vaccine advice from, innit?
Yeah. Are you triple jab, James?
I am triple.
We want to get that Rogan cancellation hype.
Triple jab still managed to get it as well. So.
Well, I think it's a myth.
Yes,
the whole
Rob.
pandemic's a myth. It never happened.
Yes.
Christian Eriksen was faking it.
He's giving it the
that's one of my theories.
He's giving the Danny Mac flex for not being on the foot. He's home, isn't he?
Sorry, I'm home.
Get your phone out, mate. Get your phone out at the same time.
Right. I'll let Rob off because he's massive.
Yeah.
Well, I've just got a lot of leg to put
I was
places
just waiting
in
for
it.
him.
Sorry, I feel sorry.
I was waiting for him to do a sound thing then.
Yeah.
No games, no gimmicks, is it?
Exactly. No features on this bull.
You mentioned earlier about that guy who had charged money to watch him do his solo show. When I was with my A-levels...
You did the same.
Yeah,
I didn't
he did a solo show for his drama.
I didn't charge people, but I invited people to come
and watch
How
it.
big a theatre?
It was the school's drama studio.
Liverpool Echo.
Just a small one, just a drop in the ocean. No, it was drama studio, so about like 80-seater, 90-seater.
How many showed?
Just a full house.
Fuck me.
Yeah,
you did
yeah.
an hour.
Yeah, well, 50 minutes.
Well,
I give up.
Why did you say fuck me then? He was still in school. You know, everyone in this year turned up to hope it would be shit.
Yeah, and it was.
Everyone turned up hoping it would be shit.
In hindsight, yes. At the time, I felt like I was...
Fire on the mic.
I felt like I was, like,
Fire in the theatre.
I treated like Neil Fitzmaurice as being like, doing a show, if you want to come.
Oh, I done that when
You know what?
When I first started, I did that with Dara O'Brien. It was like Mark the Weekend, he's like, oh, I'm looking for something to do in Manchester or something. He said,
you seem like you'd like big bald guys.
I tweeted him saying, when you come down to Liverpool and watch Rawhide Raw, you can see me and a few others perform. And it's like, feels like a busman's holiday, that, mate.
See, we were all there at one point where you don't know how anything
started
works.
off cool, mate. I was cool day one.
You knew the whole game inside out.
I was like, I'm running this thing from the start.
So was it good, that 50 minutes you did?
Well, as a 17-year-old kid who's never done, you're gonna think it.
See, that was saying to him, like, he's done some things that you go, what the fuck, like, that just don't chime with what my perception of you is.
Because I need to be popular.
I know, but there's just some things that you do that I go, like when you went to the disco and you did the James Bond lines and that, and I go, I don't understand how.
Well, no, I get that.
I was trying to be cool.
Because I
didn't do that to try. I did it because I wanted to do stand up, and I thought that'd be like a good. And it wasn't. It was 15 minutes of shine.
I think you have a lot of self awareness, and yet at 17 you invited everyone in
the
school.
I think he has a lot of hindsight awareness.
Well, as 16 plus, I put advised on the ticket.
It's just absolutely
magnificent. Swear words.
I don't think there's any other comedian at the age of 17 that would have done that.
What do you mean?
Seth Rogen.
Literally almost everyone.
Sam Serrano started when he was like 16.
Yeah.
No, but to invite everyone in your school to a show.
Yeah, but in my sixth form, I'm not from year 7.
I think I'd have done
At
that.
17.
I think I'd had in my head some sort of weird thinking that this is what will finally get me friends.
What time did you
I'll
start?
do 50 minutes.
I was an
age
incredibly arrogant 17-year-old. I definitely would have been like, I could do that. Yeah.
What age did you start stand-up?
23.
What age did you start?
I first did it when I was 18,
Oh, yeah,
but then I
you
stopped for
dropped,
ages
right.
and came back
And
to
then-
it. But yeah, I was 18. I was full of that confidence straight away. I thought it was fucking amazing.
Oh, you got like a chortle video, haven't you?
Yeah.
Will they not take that down?
Nah, mate, I've asked. But like, what I've done now is just bury it under YouTube
Yeah,
content.
you got so much stuff
Exactly.
on YouTube.
Good luck finding it.
I love the idea your whole online career is just built around burying that Rob Mulholland.
It's not
stand-up.
far off.
Is it?
It's fucking bad.
I love that.
Do you know he's begged Blair to take videos off now?
He's taking them off.
I know he has, but only because you had to beg him.
To be honest with you, I didn't message him at all about taking them off. I just messaged him.
You just bemoaned it for years.
Yeah, I thought there's no point in even bothering with him. And then he just went, yes, I was like, oh, well, if I would have known that.
I don't think you were a
years
key
ago.
cornerstone of their media empire.
I know, but I just thought he has this, he's just like,
No.
obviously I think he's
But,
moving
like,
with the times now,
Short
isn't
will do that because like that's their whole business model of that competition is they get everyone to do it when they're brand new and hope someone blows up and then they get loads of views. Like Jamali Maddox's one's got loads of views. Simon Bird's got loads of views. The ones who've like gone on to shit. So mine's still fuck all.
Your view count's somehow gone down on the video.
No, mine is mainly.
I was on 2.3k views after 8 years of this, and it's gone down to 1.9.
Mine is
What's going on,
entirely
Steve?
my mates posting it to fuck me up.
Is it? Yeah.
Did you do it? Did you do it the one time? So
James, there's multiple videos.
Same here.
There's two.
Same.
There's two. I did it 2 years in a row, so there's 2 different videos, and like they're both fucking horrific. Like really.
I think I've seen it. I wouldn't say it was. It's fine.
I mean, for me, look, hey, you know the high standards I keep round here,
right,
boss.
okay, yeah.
You know that I only do A grade.
Right.
You know, so seeing me putting a B plus effort is quite disappointing for me.
When you see some hot water new act ones on, it wasn't like some of the new act. You know when hot water put on that Monday out, it went out no matter what.
Yeah.
And it was like there's a new act who's done 3 gigs doing a 7-minute set. Like that's a long time of a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Feel sorry.
I used to advise like new acts. I could like, there's any advice I would give you when I was sort of the Seal Street star. I said, just come on a Sunday.
Yeah.
And if you like, they film it anyway, so you can get the clip. I'd sort of let them know, but then I felt like a bit of a stake there because everyone will stop doing the Monday. Because I was thinking, but I felt like I was seeing 7 minutes after 7 minutes of just an act who's been going for 3 gigs.
I'm so glad it wasn't like that. Apart from like Chortle, you know, that was the only thing that did that when I started. So I was awful for ages.
I'm so glad that, I mean, I'd be finished if they filmed every Sunday gig and put it out online that I did for them.
Some of the gigs I've seen you do, mate.
Yeah. Even now, I'd be like, Jesus, you can't put that out. But back then, I wouldn't have been able to bury that. If I was going every Sunday for 18 months there, singing, this...
You would have turned up in a bad mood one night.
Well, but I think that's one thing is because when you get a new clip out, or like a clip from when you're just starting out, it's poisonous, isn't it? Have you got 2 shorter ones?
Yeah, the one for the final was like, you know when you were saying earlier about like they don't root for the boxing. Yeah, it's the final. It was like.
Were you in the final?
Yeah,
Edinburgh,
2018. Yeah.
Oh, who won?
I did not make it.
Bexy Archer.
Bexy Archer.
Yeah.
Kev.
We were in the same class at uni, so it was. I think it's Salford.
Oh, that's tough.
I was at uni with Ian Smith.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What? From Ghoul, the Ghoul guy.
But when you'd be like, "Hey, I'm from Wirral," everyone would be like, "And?" Then like everyone else who was like from the counties, they were like, "Yes, go on, mate." Yeah.
Oh, where was the final?
Edinburgh.
Right.
But it just felt a bit like, "Oh right, okay, no one gonna cheer for."
Who's the biggest act in it now? That went on.
North. Probably her. I think there's another guy from Scotland called Jamie Dalglish.
I like Jamie.
I've heard of Jamie Dalglish.
I feel like I've heard his
But
name.
it's you know it doesn't exactly sound like they're kingmakers.
No, just every now and again they hit on someone like you said,
Yeah, well, like
Russell Howard or Simon Bird.
if you give out comedy awards, you're going to coincidentally hit someone on the way up. It's not the award making them, is it? It's like that, you know, like Ramesh Ranganathan wasn't made by the Leicester Mercury. It's just they gave it to him and he's amazing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I wish someone had. I'd put so much pressure on. Like I was like shitting myself because I thought
the Chortle Award.
And I'd spoken to like loads of people up there who were like, honestly, don't need to worry about it. It's fine.
Yeah.
Like,
It's mad how much that stuff doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It feels like it does loads. It's like being a teenager, innit?
Yeah.
Like when you're a new comedian, like everything matters so
Losing
much.
your virginity.
Yeah.
Now I still wish I had it.
So do a lot of women.
But I suppose you look back. But then I did a gig, a new act night, what's the one in London? Not
The Blackout up the creek.
No, it was a competition, and not a Muse Moose. It was something.
Oh, the
else.
Laughing Horse.
Laughing Horse. I did the Laughing Horse. Yeah.
So I
I've done
put a
both of
load
those.
of fucking thing on that, and it was in like it was by like the
And
Savoy.
you go all down to London, don't you?
Yeah.
For the audition.
And then I'm there. Dave Chorner was
Didn't the Laughing Horse start? It
the
starts
MC.
up here, and then the
Yeah,
fair
Amuse
you get
Moose
goes
is all down there.
Yeah, Laughing Horse starts up here, and then you go down there for the semis or something else. I remember going down there, and just one of the many times I was robbed.
But
I got beat by Lost Voice guy in that competition. Where's he now?
I remember who I got beat by. I just remember having a great gig and not getting.
Of course it was.
Exactly.
Of course it was a great
It
gig.
is your memory.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I remember having a great gig.
Well, I'll
Right.
tell you about mine. Wasn't great.
Anyway,
it was all right.
I had a great gig. And
Shit.
Two people got through. One was some act who I don't even know, and the other one was the act that was running the door.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
was like, oh, right, okay. Yeah,
Like
so-
Father
I've seen
Ted, like,
that.
coincidentally, the people at the last comedy competition I did, the organisers actually won it, so it can happen.
But I turned up at that gig, and it was in like by the Savoy. It's called the Savoy Tup or something. This pub, and it was like the downstairs of it was just like Hugh Grant's and Emma Watson's all just fucking get. I was like, this is lovely. I was like, this is really nice.
This is where I should be.
Loads of people just like these.
And then you're there like,
types.
have you seen Snake Pass?
Yeah. I hadn't had that gold at this time, mate. So I go upstairs and
I love eating ass.
There's just acts. I hadn't had that gold either. I was struggling at this point. I think I just had.
Are we in meal deal era?
We're in peak meal deal.
Right.
Era.
Okay.
Right. So
you're going. Yeah, you suck your fucking fork.
What was I on? I can't remember what this 5. I mean, the 5 minutes was bit. Made in Chelsea was my big one.
Right.
I mean,
the hacker in the mirror.
The hacker was the gold of the hacker wasn't there, mate. This is so.
That's my favourite bit. I think.
So the hacker is an interesting one to deploy every now and then.
I know. I love watching the reactions.
Sometimes I can't commit to. I haven't got the energy for the death this is about to receive, so I'm not going to do it. But sometimes if it works well, I go, this is going to be a good one. This is going to be a good hacker. Like Tom Taylor was saying, I should have a top 10 hackers on YouTube.
You can see how much you're into it.
2017 Newcastle under Lyme.
That's the kissing in the mirror bit, though, right?
That line, no, I've got that line as well. I haven't done that line for a while. Actually, I used to get a good laugh.
Yeah, it's good.
It's a good line. I might bring that back. Cheers, James. This is worthwhile getting you one every now and then. So I did that Savoy one, and there was just like loads of acts, and like you say, there was one guy that seemed to know the people that were doing it, and he was quite friendly with them, and I was like, this is weird. Like, I feel like this is set up to not. And then there was one.
Because they are.
There's like 8 people there. Yeah. I think Laughing Horse, it's a massive fucking gig, a massive competition and that. And there's like £1,000 to the winner. And then you turn up, there's like 14 acts and 8 audience members.
Yeah.
Then there was this one, I can't remember where he's from. He's from like Russia or somewhere. But he bought his own wireless like lapel mic or something. And he's trying to set it up. And he'd never done stand-up before. And I'd only done a little bit. But fuck me. So he's there. The first 3 minutes of his 5. We're just trying to get this mic to work. And then he just does 2 minutes and it gets off. And I was thinking, fucking hell. Like, this is just shite. And then the winner got announced and it was somebody that he fucking knew.
What you don't realise is, though, that Russian lad was actually trained by Gaulier. And like, that was actually his piece. Yeah. Like fumbling with the mic.
No one got it, No one got it.
It was interesting, though, the way that everyone was waiting and watching. And it was like, he got like 2 minutes in and he hadn't really said anything. He was like fiddling with this thing. Like, these are 5-minute spots, these. And
you got to be punchy. You got to get in and out.
I was at a point at that time. It was an all right. I could go on the spreadsheet and I could let you know exactly how it was if you wanted me to.
And you're on the spreadsheet.
Have you heard about
this? Sounds like some fucking like
this is
real
the autism side of me.
He's got every gig he's ever done on a spreadsheet.
Still up to date
now. The first ever gig, and they're colour coded, traffic light coded, green, amber, or red. And
I've been at a couple of the red ones. I already know.
He has a note next to the gig with like a comment on the night. So like
their notes are getting a lot more.
This is like Patrick Bateman.
But it's just like shite. The note.
What's the colour code? It's the bad or
red is like death. Amber is just meh. Green is that as a good one. And then sometimes they're just blacked out.
Like DNF.
Disassociated. Certain gigs are just, they're gone for me.
DNF did not run.
Glasgow, 7th of June, 2018.
That's mad.
But the longer now I'm doing it, the more hard, the pathetic that is like the comments are getting a lot like, fine. But out of my own madness, I have to keep doing it now.
Yeah.
Like, I can't just let it go. So I go like, I've got to do they go, shite. It was all right, fine. And that's it, really.
What do you think will happen if you don't do it?
Now it's like a thing that
He's got to do it now because we promised when we get 2,000 patrons that we'll release it.
So the fucking Magna Carta.
Nothing's sacred anymore with comedians.
I know, Jesus Christ.
I hate it.
When are you getting your dick out for them?
I know.
10,000.
That's what I said to them. They're like,
10,000. We'll have a showy.
When do we end this? When do we all go? No, we're stopping this Patreon nonsense now.
When I get 1,000 on my personal one, I'm showing them down the inside of my pee hole.
Exactly.
I am. So patreon.com/Rob Mulholland if you want to see some pee hole.
Have you got a Patreon for anything?
No, but I'll set one up.
If you want the bigger boys, tell me to. I'll set one up.
Yeah, I'll do it.
So anyway, we've got James Allen here with us. We haven't introduced you yet. So James Allen, you've this is third time, is it?
Hat-trick ball.
No, this is my fifth.
Oh fucking hell!
Fucking creeping under the radar. You son, you're the leader.
Yeah, 5 times.
And debutante, ruler of the roost, Rob Mulholland.
Hello.
The current co-host of DDP.
Current, yes. That seems to be the optimal word. Yeah, I'm also on Rob Reviews Everything. That's my own show on YouTube.
So do you have your own podcast as well?
Well, I do a YouTube show. I do a couple of YouTube shows, and that's got its own thing. So,
Right.
Do you actually do YouTube shows now? You don't just do YouTube videos?
Well, I do.
You were doing lead stuff, wasn't you?
I do lead stuff, so I do the Ellen Road Roundup, which is like a weekly
That
comedy
pops,
show about
doesn't it,
Leeds.
for you,
Yeah, because I think it's totally unique. I don't think anyone's doing anything similar for any club, to be honest with you. It's like,
and Leeds are quite like fashionable at the moment, aren't they? With
yeah, and
Bielsa
also
stuff?
we've just got a really strong fan base. Like, you know, like we've got a really we support our own stuff and that. So like, yeah, that's great. And then I do Rob Reviews Everything, which is shows where like I do that like a few times a week on YouTube. So I'll review like Germany or a burger or like, you know, like,
has that changed from Rob has an opinion?
yeah, it's rebranded.
Gut.
I did shout it.
Thank you. You did shout it. Yeah.
I told you.
But he said Germany,
You see?
and I thought you were shouting.
Yeah, I thought you were saying good. I thought you were saying good.
I thought you were
What
shouting
an
German
unfortunate.
words. That's what it was.
Actually, quite serendipitous. That's a big word for Jane
It's
Pickering.
like call 999. Why are you saying no?
Gut watch is like when it's at the tennis, though, and you just make it all go, ah! And then it's an outball on the serve. No one knows what they're saying. No!
Like cricket. Ozzy!
Yeah. That's gut watch, isn't it?
Just
See, it's harder than it
James
looks,
with his
isn't
finger
it?
down, just like.
I'd be interested to see how long your gut was out before we clocked that. No.
Yeah, well, you know,
I'll have
we'll
to
go
look
to the
back. I'll
tape.
get Dean on
Someone
the
will
edit.
tell you in the comments.
Yeah.
I know, yeah.
Oh no! I get at the match now.
Yeah.
So literally, I went to match on Saturday, and I'd swap. I
It's so great that it's following you into your life.
I'm normally.
I know. That's the bit I don't like. Don't go on. He's not on gut watch outside of this podcast, right?
No,
if he's at the
always be
toilet,
on it.
just let his gut be out, okay? If he's at the match and he's celebrating because Liverpool has scored, don't go gut watch. The Tanner over at fucking Anfield going gut watch on C46 or whatever.
What it was, right? I'd normally sit in the cop, Scouser, aren't I? That's what Scousers sit. But I'd swap my ticket for the main stand so someone could take the sun because I'm a lovely person. So I swapped my ticket. And
If you do say so yourself.
Yeah, I took a picture to be like, oh, I'm with all the wolves today, sitting here, and someone messaged me going, oh yeah, it's by where I sit. Don't worry, lad. I had a little look for you. I was on gut watch for the game. You were sound. Don't worry. I had a message to you. I was like, great. I went to match on my own. I was having a lovely little time, just having a little day where I'd gone the game on my own because my brother couldn't make it, and I was like, I know the main stand's a little bit different, a little bit closer to the pitch. You normally sit, just enjoying the different reaction, and then get a message going, your gut wasn't out, you fat cunt. Don't worry.
It is the worst thing about I do a combination of I do a lot of roast stuff and I do a lot of football stuff, which just means people are mean to me at the match. Like
We
people
don't want
like,
this.
You like kick on way, and I'm like, I don't know
We're
who you are.
sensitive. We just want a nice, easy life and to be left alone, and we want people to pay for us.
It's funny.
We're
like,
entitled sponges. That's what we are.
doing roast stuff, you proper get that because obviously you
are
open yourself
open-
up to it totally, and it is fun, but it is like
Live by the
sometimes you're
sword,
like.
die by the sword with
Sometimes
comedians,
people
isn't it?
just don't get like the level
Boundaries.
and they'll just
Right.
be like, you should kill yourself and all your family, and it's like, whoa, you know, let's, you know,
It's
we're meant to do like,
boundaries.
look at your nose, it's a bit wonky, you know, that's what we're meant to be
All right,
doing. Sorry, that wasn't meant to be quite that personal.
He's post up now. You know,
Still fucked. But no, I think, you know, live by the sword, die by the
Yeah,
sword.
no,
That's
totally.
what we said, wasn't it?
yeah. Well, I'm gonna live by the fraud, die by the fraud, aren't I?
Yeah, I don't really mind it. It is funny. If someone's just having a laugh, I'm
Yeah.
always up for it, you know.
Yeah.
But sometimes you can't be arsed, though, can you?
Yeah, I didn't mind. To be fair, it was Paddy Byrne. He's a patron. If he's watching this, well, you all will be watching it.
Oh, yeah,
obviously.
shout out, Paddy.
I found it funny, but it is just funny. I have people message me now saying, "Oh, lad, I'm not watching. What do you know?" And I'm just like, "Leave me alone."
Just get bigger t-shirts, mate.
Well, I'm literally just like, it's the fucking couch, mate. It's the couch.
I mean, what
right?
do they? I think the problem is, it's like, you
I
go,
am
what do you
literally-
want me to say to this gut watch
Even
thing?
when we get our own studio, I am so carefully buying a couch. Unbelievable. It's gonna have a back like that, facing forward. You're gonna see me hunched the whole time.
Yeah,
like,
it'll be stiff as a board sitting there like this.
You're going to end up with little suspenders clipping it down,
it's
aren't you?
fucking.
Maybe get a bit of tit tape.
Who was it? Someone suggested
Boston, I think, said that.
I just paint the bottom of your stomach the same colour.
It's like the Wile E. Coyote
as
plan.
whatever t-shirt you're wearing.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck, all right, mate. Get one of them football skin things they wear.
Yeah,
The football kits.
So you're doing all that lead stuff and everything. So how are you finding YouTube?
I love it, man. I think it's like the best platform for comedians, and I think comedians don't use it enough. I think it's amazing. You can actually like grow on YouTube. There's like, you know, it's like primed for, if you make good stuff that people watch, YouTube wants to show it to people, you know. So like it's like, I really like it. Like I've now got used to being called a YouTuber. It really bristled me at first, but like then I was like, no, I'm just being a fucking innit? Like by being complaining about it. It's what I'm doing. I can't be sniffy about it. I'm part of that culture, innit?
Same with TikTok, innit? I'm a your dad about that.
No, that's a limit. That's my limit. I fucking hate TikTok.
We're not on TikTok.
Where are you gonna cut it off, innit? Like,
it's only brought me trouble, TikTok. Everything that goes on, they don't like me on TikTok. I've wound them up a lot. So there's a lot of very angry kids because I keep going, bloody kids at them. And they keep going, you fucking old cunt.
Yeah.
So like it's a lot of that.
But would that not be a thing? Like
Not good for the algorithm,
granddad
it is
of
good for the
TikTok?
algorithm, but no, like I'm not like in a fun way. Like it's like they fucking hate me. I just get loads of abuse off it. Like my editor does it for me.
Engagement, mate, isn't
man.
it? We know this.
But like, yeah, so like I'm not on TikTok, but I have a TikTok account that my editor runs. So he just makes stuff and puts it on it. And I'm like, you can do that, fine, but I don't want to fucking see it. I don't want to read any of it. So I just put I'm making inflammatory videos and he puts them up and then I just see none of the comments when they get really angry.
Right, yeah.
It's very healthy.
Yeah.
But that's the same with all of it. I think I chuck it out there and it's out there now. I'm not even looking back at it now. It's done.
Yeah, I try not to read comments too much. Like every now and again I will, and like on the like, you know,
you're bored.
Yeah,
just
but like also,
interested
you know, it's toxic in either one or two ways. Either you get too full of yourself or you get too fucking battered by it all. You know, it's
I always think that if you're going to take the praise, you've got to take the...
Yeah, and I don't really want either. Like, you know, I just want to like try and be sane.
Just give me the fucking money.
Well, you know, I just want to create things that are fun in it, you know, and just like have a nice time and also get minted. But like, it's not working at all at the moment.
It's all money.
Yeah, I'm currently shitting money down the drain. You know, as you guys well know, like, it's not profitable.
People are going to us, oh, your Patreon's doing well. I was like, we're still losing money.
Yeah.
Like,
No idea.
It's not.
I am just pissing money onto a bonfire every month. So, you know, patreon.com/Rob Mulholland.
It's so ironic.
Patreon.com/another one podcast in the spare. Do both. Yeah.
It's so ironic, isn't it? The fact that we're doing, well, we say we're doing loads. We feel like we're doing loads because we all would just do. Yeah. Ideally, we could be rich off doing 20 minutes twice a week. Yeah. But that's not the case anymore. Yeah, so now we're working way more than we think we ever wanted
we should be doing. Yeah.
And in order to get money
to work.
To get money, but then we're spending. It's so fucked up right now.
Got to reinvest in yourself, innit? Like, you know, it's
horrible.
Yeah, it's a lot more difficult than it used to be. But also, in the past, all of us would not be doing anything. Yeah, it's not like TV would be battering our doors down, innit? So we would have just faded into obscurity.
And I think I sometimes fantasize about that.
We all fantasize about you fucking off was.
I sometimes fantasize about being like, people just don't book me now. Like, I haven't given up. People just don't book.
It's not my fault.
Yeah.
Yeah, when like comedy retires you.
Yeah, that's it. I can't do anything. I'm just not allowed to do it.
Yeah. It's a more slow fade away. If you look at the careers of some elder comedians who are going through that at the moment, they don't realise it's happened. You know, it's not like you get a call one day like you're out.
Why are my kids gone?
Yeah, it just sort of gradually fizzles.
Because you're doing football stuff, do you get more hate? Or is because Leeds are one...
Well, so like on one
city team, you get away with it a little bit more.
On that, like on those videos, not that much because it's only really Leeds fans who watch it, and like, you know, other people who do, like some people from other clubs like do, but they're generally like because they find it funny and they're into it, so not being dicks. But like whenever I've done anything football outside of that little ecosystem, I did a video over lockdown where TalkSport paid me to come and like argue with morons. It was one of those fucking, I hated it. But it was good cash, so I was like, fucking, all right, I'll come do it. But like, so they
love a payday, man.
But they had to like, so like the thing was like before I went on air, they went, right, Rob, you're arguing that Leeds are a bigger club than Chelsea. That's the argument, which I think is a stupid argument that only morons have. It's pointless. Who cares? And it's not even like a measurable thing. I think it's bollocks. But I was like, for fucking
clearly Leeds.
Yeah, I agree. No, for cash, and I said at one point
antagonising people.
Well, yeah, I said that the grass at Chelsea's ground is watered with the blood of the Russian people. I said that I was glad Frank Lampard's goal against Germany was disallowed because he was a cunt. And I was just like saying shit like this, and like every time they cut it up into like 5 videos, and I would know one was had come out because my inbox would just be full of death threats from Chelsea fans. Just be like, it was like
just Chelsea fans and Christine Blakely.
No, they did. They put them out every week, like for about 5 weeks. I just
you haven't checked your inbox.
Well, like I wouldn't know they were coming out. They wouldn't tell me.
No, he's saying when his inbox was chocker.
Yeah. So I'd be like, why have I got 64 DMs on Twitter? Yeah. And I'd be like, oh, one of those has come out. Yeah. And it was just all like, you fucking northern cunt. Sorry, mate.
That's all it is online. That's the cynical world of entertainment. Now that's that producer like that, sitting there going, we're just going to wind everyone up.
Exactly.
Yeah, but also people like he's done it. He knew the game and he's played it.
I know, but it's still
Rowe on Twitter has done so much for Red Men TV and stuff where he's just tried to antagonise Everton fans or other football fans. So when that McDonald's thing happened, it was like their Christmas. It was like, I don't care. Whatever you say has happened, everyone is going to know. Everyone's going to think you wanted a double cheeseburger and you threatened an old woman's life. That's literally
that's by the sword, died by the sword.
That's the fact.
Yeah.
James.
I do none of that. Yeah, go on. Sorry. Yeah.
You been up to anything since you were last on?
What an interviewer. It's like watching Paxman at work, isn't it?
Honestly.
It is, like,
the best is when in about 10 minutes he's going to go, what should we talk about now?
I haven't done that for a while.
Yeah, you haven't.
I need to bring that back because people like that.
Like Faruvis. Burning the midnight oil. Not sleeping.
Just nothing.
Just insomnia.
What were the anxiety of things that have gone on before?
Just a lot of anxiety in general. Just a lot of...
What are you anxious about lately?
Just a lot of like emailing.
Every time I feel like you come on this pod, I feel like I want to go away and just be like, James, just listen to it. I just want to send you a voice note like every day going, be more confident, James. You're better than this.
Well, a lot of people,
everything will be fine.
My granddad's
new shacket.
Anxious about so many. Oh my god!
I feel this is the same T-shirt I wore on the last.
Is it a new shacket though?
It doesn't matter to me.
No, but people are going to be like, "You love that," and I'm like,
who?
I don't know. Someone will comment on that, like the guy.
What will that matter?
Like the guy commented on my stand-up clip 4 years ago who said, "Someone needs to tell this lad that politics and university aren't funny." Ingrained there.
I mean, that guy was right.
Well, actually, I want this to be more political podcast.
I think those
dick jokes are
482 views speak for themselves.
There's 12 likes on his page.
What was your political bit?
I don't know. I think I just referenced
calling Boris Johnson a cunt.
No, not.
It was just like, get him out. I'm sick of him.
What's the
David
deal
Cameron's a bell end
with politics? Am I right?
Guys,
I think just a lot of rejection. Just trying to apply for another job,
right?
Trying to apply for gigs. Trying to on that front at the minute.
Like you're chasing your tail.
I don't know about chasing tail. Just keeping that momentum going.
Right.
At the minute, it's
the
about
admin. Is it the admin?
2022 is Brand Allen. How can I build up? Brand.
I like it, Brand Allen.
What are you putting out there?
Sounds like a whiskey.
Well, this is the
follow a racetrack.
A lovely drop of Brand Allen before bed.
I do want to set up a podcast, but I don't know.
Follow Rob's lead.
Don't know whether to.
Coming back behind enemy lines.
Yeah. Do you want to get involved?
Your studio.
Do you want to get involved in this murky world of Northwest podcast?
Or I might just do YouTube from my own home.
Yeah, that's there you go. It's a good
way to go. It's a lot of energy.
Twitch.
What are you on a Twitch?
I would recommend just doing YouTube live, but I'll talk to you about that off air.
Excellent.
Oh, we'll tell him. He won't tell you, was he? But he'll tell him.
I will tell him. He ran out of credits. That was, and also, I did not enjoy Wozniak's attitude towards my help.
Yeah. Listen, Rob, just fucking do it.
It was like, how do I just fucking do it? I was like, I don't know. I'm not looking at it. I'm trying. You have to put in like 1% of the effort here.
Oh.
I was actually.
This is only half a joke as well.
And I fully understand.
It's not a joke at all.
I was promoted. I was a pallbearer the other week.
Oh,
promoted to a pallbearer.
Excellent.
Did you accompany the Undertaker to the ring?
Hey. On a motorcycle.
Pallbearer where you carry the coffin.
Yeah. Second
How
time.
did you not know that?
I did, hence why I said it.
You did have to question it.
Yeah,
though.
I said it in a
Be
weird
more
way.
confident in yourself.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
just
well,
believe you
to
do
be
you know
honest,
what
I
a pallbearer is.
Well, I assumed I knew what it was, but I thought, I could be something.
How little do you think of our listeners that you think they know what pallbearer is?
I wasn't there.
I do think that little of your listeners.
It was me who questioned it. I
Our listeners are high level.
Sure, lot of
Uni students.
Oh yeah, that's high level.
Yeah.
Those famous intellectuals, students.
So, who was your pallbearer for?
It's my granddad's funeral. Second cap on the pallbearer.
Was it
front.
really?
Yeah.
You
Was it
wouldn't
first
be.
cap?
You wouldn't. I wouldn't. You wouldn't be my first choice pallbearer.
Nor would anyone.
did
But
you
there was a
first
lack
cap?
of male. 10 years ago.
There was a female pallbearer.
No, I said there was a
Pallbearer.
There was a lack of.
Female.
I don't know if
males
it's
in the
tradition
family.
for men to carry coffin.
Well, I think it's more a strength thing.
It's tradition for women
heavy.
not to vote.
Never seen galley lifting the coffin.
It's heavy as fuck.
You don't want equality now, do you?
I mean, there were
It's
plenty
so
of women.
heavy.
There were
Take the
plenty of.
first one on the lifeboat, but you won't take the fucking pallbearer. Yeah.
There were plenty of women
Wound me
there
up now.
Yeah.
That's it.
who could have outstrengthed me.
It is.
And carried
It's surprisingly
Some
heavy.
galley with the big
It.
shoulders.
It is.
How many of you was there?
There was
3.
4, but the 2.
Only 4.
Well, because there
Light
were
work, mate.
6, but 2 of
Those
them.
normally have 6.
6, but 2 of them worked for the. Working with the
Right.
Professionals.
eulogist. Eulogist. Yeah.
I'm hoping they took most of the weight then because they were getting.
Well,
paid
I was
to be
I
there.
was in the same position as last. I'd got me weightlifting chalk. I was running up and down the pews.
Where was you?
Chalking up for fucking.
Wearing your black leotard.
Yeah.
It was in Widnes.
No.
Oh right.
We're in the 6th formation.
Oh, so I was bottom right. Now, bottom right was the same position as where I made my debut.
right. So left shoulder.
Left shoulder.
Are you worried
Now-
about getting typecast?
Yeah, I want to be promoted to the. Which, funnily enough, when I used to be friends with 5 other people in school,
Left
Yeah.
shoulder.
we always used to walk in banks of 2, and I was always
What, like as a rule?
They said James, you're at the back, back right, so
Right.
I'd always be back. So it felt a little bit familiar, but
Right,
Right.
okay.
as much as carrying the weight of that friendship, I also had to carry the weight
You were
of
Trent.
dead relatives.
On,
Yeah,
on your,
exactly.
on your left
Trent.
shoulder as well.
My left shoulder, yeah. Now at my nan's,
What were the other Paul like?
And your uncle was your Robertson.
What were the other Paul?
my dad was my Robertson.
Was he, yeah?
He was on the
What were the other Paul bearers like?
Dad.
Size wise.
dad. Very. I'd
Real
say
dad?
no.
No, come on, was it?
Thanks for that.
Sorry.
You know we've all got issues. Why would you bring it up?
Wholesome.
Edit that out.
Very burly.
Yeah.
So he was quite.
So,
he was rooted.
Honest, me to Rob to Simon. Where is he in that sort of scale?
He's about the same size as you, to be fair.
Right.
Big guy.
Big boy.
Yeah. All that. Making the gains.
Yeah. What?
big boy.
A big what?
Yeah.
Big butty.
Right. So
Big butty.
right. So how tall are you?
Big batty. Yeah.
And
Big chip batty
Big
butty.
batty, big butty. Right.
Sorry.
How tall are you?
6'2".
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
So we're about the same size then. So I'm assuming he took most of the weight then. So
Yeah,
you were on
well,
level.
They're not heavy.
The problem was
They are so heavy.
Try being the 6'7" guy in the formation.
I had-
Yeah, you're horrible. You.
Mate, the amount, like, it's
You
all,
gotta
it's
get a
all
little
on
bit of
me.
burn
You
on
gotta
your
take,
thighs.
you gotta take all your weight until you suddenly go, oh, I'm gonna have to come down a bit. It's
Have
like,
you
bang
had
out.
to
What the
be
fuck
one?
happened there?
I have. I was for my granddad. It was my Scottish granddad, and like I was front left.
Okay.
On
Yeah.
that. I was front left.
Position. I love the position.
I've always been
though.
back left, me.
Yeah, I was
So
front
similar to
left.
you. I've done it four times. Always been back left.
Well, I got the nod this time.
When did you find out?
Patrick Bamford.
Yeah.
When did you find
You
out?
got the nod at 17. The youngest ever pallbearer.
Front left, you know, it's a big
Sure, running
responsibility.
The grave.
Yeah, but like, you know, when
First Mulholland to be a pallbearer.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
When very
When
proud moment.
when you're good enough, you're old
Yeah,
enough.
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like-
James Milner.
yeah. But luckily,
It was all 6
When you're good
positions.
enough, you're old enough for a fucking pallbearer.
obviously, all my family are massive.
People in
anyway.
the
Right.
people in the
But-
pews going, he's only 12. That lad, you know, he's only
There was
12.
one guy who was a friend of my granddad.
Yeah.
So there's 5 Mulhollands,
Yeah.
and like, so like the shortest one amongst us is 6'5", and he's
Right.
like he's
Oh,
the
this is
shorter.
The highest
And like,
coffin known to
yeah,
man.
this is it. It's like levitating.
We're
then-
delivering you straight to God.
There was one regular, maybe James size,
Okay.
you
Yeah.
know, maybe a bit less actually, probably less, but you know, 6'2" seems
Yeah.
impossibly small to me.
Yeah.
But like,
Midget
obviously, it creates an unbalance.
Yeah.
It means the
Yeah,
5 of us are taking it, and he's walking along next to it.
Yeah,
doing
basically just
nothing.
doing that, pretending,
Yeah.
Well, it's funny you should say that because at the at my debut at my nan's 10 years ago.
When did you? So this is another thing. Every time I've
been on the bench for a while.
Every time I've done it, I found out
he's
on
got
the
a
day.
chance.
Yeah.
I didn't like that. Every time I've done it, I found out on the day.
Yeah, I think I did
It
it.
annoys me that.
Yes, same.
Gran's too upset.
I would have done some squats, get ready.
Yeah. Like, where's me warning? I could prepare for this. Like,
I was like, right, okay.
put an extra padding in my blazer or something.
Because of the other family.
Wear your NFL gear for once. Finally, get used to it. Here's Mahomes.
The other family members who were helping, they were all they could carry themselves and were clearly quite capable of holding.
Experienced pallbearers. They've seen a few relatives.
The carry where you'd want to carry your coffin.
Exactly. Yeah. Veterans today.
Has there got any fucking left?
Yeah.
So I was back right, and like Rob said,
your normal position,
Right back.
natural position.
I think we should say right back, left back, centre mid, right mid, left mid,
Centre coffin,
left forward.
Yeah.
And there was an imbalance, and it tilted. You know, like when you try and weave on those marbles out the
right. Okay.
Yeah.
Like the cube.
And I kid you not, I heard a. Like Ronnie,
slid to one end, like you got a pizza on an angle.
Like Ronnie
all the toppings
O'Sullivan
go to one end.
Ronnie O'Sullivan at the Crucible just putting that in the corner to win, just a.
Oh no!
And I think it was
right on your corner as well.
It was the head, yeah.
Like she got to have a little whisper to you before she went.
Sliding in. Was it?
Listen, James, everything's going to be all right.
Your nan.
Yeah. Just a little. And a load of MDMF on my shoulder.
You know what I've never found out as well? Who makes that decision?
What decision? Who's
going to be pallbearer? Yeah.
I think someone has a look around and like does some eyeball maths. I think it's that.
Yeah. Someone's ratted me 4 times and gone, that fat cunt can do it.
I was the 5th largest Mulholland there, with the other stocky Scots. And they were like, right, we've got all the strong ones. We'll get the lanky, the thin one in as well.
This one, though, they were... all the weight had been taken off me, so I could feel all the weight been taken by the other.
You just got your arm.
So I was just miming, going,
"It's freeload."
Yeah. The team were carrying you that one.
They were 6-0 up. They were 6-0 up. I came on with 30 seconds left.
Yeah, they were 4-0 up. They just gave you a little run out on the 88th minute.
He's fucking Riquelme. He's coming for the style, but he's not going to do any running.
Riquelme. Whoa, that's a good shot.
Yeah.
Villarreal.
The last one I done was my grand's, and
how many times have you been one?
4 times.
4. How many are you?
Twice.
1.
I think I'm 1.
Yeah. 4.
Yeah, well,
got to start asking questions at that point.
Miroslav Klose.
Every
a lot of them were very small coffins.
Every grandparent. So 3 grandparents are gone now.
Keep it light.
3 grandparents are gone and an uncle. So
right,
that's
fair.
I didn't like the fact that I had to be one of my great uncles. That wound me up because I fucking barely knew him.
Yeah.
Like, I carry the coffin. I was like, hold on.
But
like,
to be fair, if you're at a funeral, I don't care who you know, you're fucking carrying it.
Exactly.
It
annoys me. Yeah, exactly. It annoys me.
It's big lad. It's big lad anti-privilege.
Yeah,
look, if I'm in a supermarket and an old lady needs someone reaching, it's this cunt who's doing it.
I can do that, but I think they confused my tallness with strength, and they assumed that I would be.
I think you're just there for looks. It's like, everyone's around 6'2", get him in.
Yeah, exactly.
Because we need a short one to make it look stupid.
Maybe they planned to take the weight off you. Yeah. Maybe they were like, give him a go, let him feel like he's had a pop.
Yeah.
There was a point though as we walked through that.
Like when you got a right back who's put a defending, like when Trent's getting caught out, bring Jordan Henderson over there, let him do some running with him, let him support him a little bit.
Time. Imagine that getting lifted in time. Man on.
Well, this is the thing that annoyed me. My grand's one. So it was basically 4. My brother, me, and 4 cousins, 3 cousins from the same family. We're all just like identical sizes.
What position are you in?
Back left.
Back left, right, yeah. Every time. Keeping it solid.
The 2 at the front just start marching ahead.
Yeah.
Well, it's pace.
Use it.
Yeah. Let me tell
the
you,
forwards tend to be quicker.
From someone who's got experience as a forward, right? It's difficult to know what tempo to set,
right?
Because you don't want to go too slow. People will start bunching up.
So let us set the tempo.
You trust the centre mid. You have to trust your centre mid.
But
and
then
go
if
with
your centre mid's getting up your back and like you can't see over your shoulder. There's a fucking coffin in the way.
You have to go with the pace.
Let me lead. I can see the whole game. I can see all 5. Let me lead.
You can't Gegenpress at a funeral.
So that's what the cunt's trying to do, Granny. Like, just leave
You don't know the pressure of being a forward, though, mate. It's very easy to sit at the back, back left, out of the way.
All the weight.
In what I like to call the coward's position.
I'm taking all the weight.
Back left, taking all the fucking weight. What do you think I'm doing?
But if she goes backwards, who's saving it? Me. They never fall forward, do
Which
they?
is heavier, an arse or a head?
Name one coffin you ever seen fall forward. It's all back.
It's all back. Yeah, that's because you can't trust the backs. People at the forward keep it stepping.
Because they're going too fast. They forget the coffin. Like when a player runs and forgets to take the ball with him.
Look, I'm just saying, if you can't keep up with your forwards, you shouldn't be in the game.
Especially up the stairs. That's pivital. That.
Oh, I've not done up the stairs.
Oh, both times.
You've got to get in step at that point. You've got to do a left
upstairs?
to right.
Yeah.
Well, like a whole set of stairs.
No,
it's not like Rocky.
Moving the couch.
That's what I'm on about. Yeah.
No, like up.
The 2 steps.
Well, there was a bit.
They carried him in like this, looking around.
Pivot.
No, lift it over. No, not that side. That fucking side.
The other left.
Not a foot, a shoulder.
Twist.
I'm trying.
So you don't want the first 2 steps into the chair.
Move this dead bitch.
You've got a
She's sliding everywhere in here, for fuck's sake.
I really want to design a few a crematorium or something with a deliberately tight twist in a corridor that everyone's got to go
bit of a hill.
Yeah. Just a little obstacle course.
Go a quick dip at the end.
Few wet floor slides.
You have got
He was a big fan of gladiators. Is that what he would have wanted?
Get him
loads of little altar boys there. Fucking.
That's how you get into the fire. You got to do hang 10 with a coffin.
The gauntlet's the one, innit?
And if Wolf catches you, he nicks your nan.
Yeah.
Just someone dressed as the devil just chasing behind.
Oh, I didn't know my granddad knew John Fashanu. Why is he there?
That's great.
You've got a
Celebrant, are you ready?
You will go on my first whistle.
Because you've got to reverse out, haven't you? You've got to, and then turn, and then walk in, and then you've got to turn. It's like a chicane. You've got to go, right then left. So there's a lot on. It's plus the steps.
You got to come in,
and it is a lot of pressure. If you do drop them, it's a real bad do. Like it would be hilarious. If I get dropped at my funeral, great, dead funny. Yeah. But you don't want to do it to your granddad, do you? You know, I wanted to try and give him a little bit of dignity on his way to his hole.
That's why I want to know who picks them, because I want someone to blame, a manager. But you take the responsibility.
I reckon it's the professional undertaker goes you and you.
I don't know.
They might weigh up the things like the height disparity because they're professionals. They see a lot of pallbearers.
I wonder if it's. I think it's a family member. I wonder the pallbearer.
The Jose Mourinho of
steps in and goes, I think we just want to swap it one out if you don't like it.
They're sitting there looking at the congregation going.
Because famously in Italy they have 5 at
I think you want to rethink this formation.
He looks a good left back in.
They're very conservative over there.
In your Italian papal funeral, 5 at the back, 1 up front.
In Holland you get a very fluid. Where
they're always rotating.
Yeah, they can all play in every
South Americans carried a bit of hip height.
Total bearers.
Bit of flair.
Total bearers.
Yeah.
In Stoke they just fucking throw you into the hole.
Your bearing.
You all line up at one, just launches it.
They slide it down the thing.
Wouldn't that be amazing if that's how Rory Delap was buried? Fucking hide him.
Just launch him to the front of launch him into the furnace.
Big Sam's
Chalk up.
Big Sam's got 5 men throwing him and one big lad catching him, holding him up. While the 5 get forward.
Harry Redknapp's all of his Nico Cranchard.
Seems quite rich pickings, doesn't it, to just keep attacking this because it seems it's quite enjoyable.
Yeah, well, it wasn't until he broke it down like that. Cheers, mate. Yeah.
What happened?
Look at us having fun in a bit like cunts.
Yeah, no, that's what I didn't like. I don't like that. I don't like that.
Pep was going to be next, and everyone's going to pass it along.
Yeah. No, we have to leave it now. So what happened at the funeral?
That was
someone's football knowledge isn't up there to carry the joke.
Yeah.
You mad? Go for this till 1 hour 45 if you want. You want to run this one in? We got to go stick with the football to funeral analogies.
Yeah, go on.
Let's do it then.
What's your next one?
All right then. Well, you put me on the spot now, innit?
Yeah.
You put me on the spot.
That was the point, I think, yeah.
All right then, well, just let me sit here for a few minutes. I'm happy with that. avant-garde podcasting.
No.
We'll wait for you, mate. We'll wait for you. We'll wait for you.
All right, okay.
It's like Kevin Keegan in a minute.
Don't give him help. Don't give him help.
You can't do it now. The fun's been taken out.
I would love it if we bury him.
Yeah. Who was it who took the fun out of it?
Me. On purpose.
This is why.
Yeah.
What you've done to us.
It's a clip, though, isn't it?
Just you sitting here for
digging us into a hole that someone's going to throw Rory the Lap into.
I like to do
I brought it back.
You know I like to do this. When things are going smooth, derail it.
It is kind of your life policy, isn't it?
Yeah. Derail anything that's fun. This is why I can't do Christmas.
Yeah.
Look at everyone having a nice time. Just fucking ruin it.
What? We have to
Twice.
Thank you. What did you do this Christmas? Because I just remember you sending me a picture of you pissed that looked like you in your mum and dad's house, and I was thinking, it's going to be
in between the two, innit?
Was you?
Got to try and split it up, innit, with the kids and that. What do you do?
Always go to my ma's.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No?
No.
So anyway, so
planning my
you want to be a
formation.
YouTuber now?
I don't. It's not.
What are your videos going to be?
It's not. Come on, mate.
Reviewing funerals.
Yeah. Doing punditry for funerals.
Your first one could be the African one where they're all dancing.
Yeah,
and you could commentate.
You don't want to
that.
start on that. Like you want your
first viral clip. You want to get some subscribers in.
Yeah, that feels like the big one.
I don't even know what
feels
we were
like your
getting
Everest
the
if you're a
apex of
funeral
your point
reviewer.
was.
Oh, just about me being a poor person.
What you been up to?
Living up. Yeah,
what you been up to?
Yeah, that's.
I think the idea was to spark off like ideas for like comedy bits that we could have fun with.
Yeah.
And
So how was the funeral in general? Because it's never really a sad affair for a nan or granddad, is it? It's a little bit sad, but they tend to be a bit more celebratory.
What kind of family have you got funeral wise? Because mine, as we spoke about a couple of times, we
get on the beak.
One side gets on the beak and the karaoke comes out, and the other side's very reserved, middle class. But they all drink and then start singing. They love their
relatives on the other side.
This was my dad's side. This was just sandwiches and tea, and then we went off.
Right, the whole funeral was wrapped up by like 6.
Yeah. And then my other
no after party or anything like after party.
Oh yeah, we went home and had like a few little drinks.
Yeah, who though? When you said we?
Oh, just like
immediate.
Yeah, immediate. Yeah.
So yeah, my granddad's was a Scottish funeral. It was just a piss up.
Yeah, that's all. Every funeral I've ever been to, it's just been a piss up, really.
Yeah.
Except, like, say, my grand's was a bit more civilised until the ale just hit everyone, and then we all just carried on. And the next thing, everyone just started singing show tunes.
I want everyone to do an eckie at mine. Have a good time.
Yeah.
Well, really get into those hymns.
I've said on this, I'm having my funeral while I'm still alive, me.
Yeah.
I'm just going to kill myself. So I'm just going to have a party on the Friday and kill myself on the Monday. And the Friday's not going to tell no one.
Best fucking ad. You best not go back on it.
Didn't you?
Yeah, if I come is this just a plan to get people to come to your parties? No, just
I'll kill myself if you come.
If you didn't go to the one you killed yourself after. I'd want to be there to give you the kill yourself hangover.
No, imagine the amount of people being there that'd have to hate you. You went, I'll kill myself if you come to this party. Fucking right, I'll be there with a crate.
I told you when I'm like 80 and I decide, you know what, that's enough, maybe 70.
I might get back on the jazz.
80.
That's enough. I'm going to be 80. Like, listen, I'm having a party Friday. Everyone come. And then fucking Monday, let's go bang right in the bulletin around the head. Done.
Yeah, I don't know if this is going to. This choice might be taken out of your hands.
Oh,
mate.
That's only if it get that far. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, like, you've got one of those packs, like, you know, where it's like, oh, if we're not married by 40, we'll get together. You've got that with a bullet.
With myself, yeah.
If I'm not dead by 80.
If I'm still knocking about at like 70, I'm just going to go, fuck off. I'm just going to have a good party first.
There's one wish was to attend his own funeral.
Yeah.
Would you do it with a shooter, do you reckon?
It's the easiest and quickest way.
Where'd you get that from? That's the thing.
He knows where to get a shooter. I'm pretty sure Rob could get one fairly quick.
I didn't want to stereotype.
Come on.
I didn't want to typecast.
There's at least 3 people on my phone who could get me.
Just like open a window in Bootle and shout.
I need a gun.
So we're like, what
guns
kind?
are coming at you? I'd shoot myself in the middle of the ocean. That's what I'd do.
How are you getting to the middle of the ocean?
Walking.
I think by the time you get there, you're dead anyway.
But would you do the whole point is that it fails safe, bang in the head. If somehow I survived that, I'm drowning.
double jeopardy.
Yeah.
You can't.
So I'm going to do a massive heroin overdose at the top of a skyscraper.
Do that in the ocean. Do that in a dinghy.
Yeah, the dinghy.
Always have drowning once you knock yourself out.
My worry about the heroin overdose is that if you survive the overdose and then suddenly you're giving yourself something to live for.
I ain't surviving
like, that heroin's incredible. I'm staying around and having more of it.
No, I'm doing then, brilliant. I've saved a life. But another win for heroin. But you can do an amount of heroin that no one's surviving.
Yeah. But do you not want to enjoy it for a little bit first?
Yeah, I think you would. I think you'd enjoy it for a little bit.
Right.
You always enjoy it the first time.
Or maybe I'll do that then.
Yeah.
Well, that's the problem, isn't it? Heroin, I've heard you can take it and not do it again, but it's just nice. You go, I'll do it again. I think I could survive. I think I won't get addicted to that.
That's how every addictive substance works.
Yeah, it's literally everything.
Yeah, that's how alcohol works. It's how cigarettes work. It's how cocaine. It's
so,
everything.
if you did heroin, you go, I'm not physically dependent on this now, but it was such a good experience.
I know some people who've done heroin twice. I know people who've done heroin a couple of times.
I know people who smoked it. And
I think the myth with it is that as soon as you inject it, you just turn into a crackhead, don't you?
Yeah.
It's not something I'd play with. I got addicted to Sudafed nasal spray. I don't think I can handle smack, to be honest with you. I've got such an addictive personality.
I can't not finish a tube of Pringles.
Yeah.
Probably lay off the lifestyle drugs, innit? Yeah.
I'd like my consciousness to be uploaded somewhere.
That'll happen.
Is
So
that still you, though?
Well, just maybe only briefly, like a sort of free trial.
How do you mean by your consciousness?
So, just
download all his personality into a computer. That's what they're going to start doing, mate.
Just
we already know this because lizards run the
only
world.
so I could view, because I think if
so you want to be able to view rather than people viewing you.
I want to be able to view who'd turn up.
Right, at your funeral.
Yeah, and like who.
Well, if you have your funeral before you're dead, that's how you find out.
Yeah, but I'd want to be dead. I want people on their knees.
Right.
I don't want them coming while I'm alive, because they might be like, oh yeah, we were going to, and then things got caught up.
Yeah,
It'd be when I'd be truly dead is when they go, fuck.
I'm going to kill myself. Then
You're truly dead.
Yeah, but you're still alive at that point.
You're truly dead. Not on this.
I'm not having a party
stuff.
for me announcing I'm going to do it.
I'm more likely to miss someone who's dead party than someone who's alive.
Yeah, less likely to get pissed off, to be fair. It's what I always think about speaking ill of the dead.
Isn't it?
You know, when people are like, you shouldn't speak ill of the dead. They're the best people to speak ill of.
Fuck them.
They're not going to answer back.
Fuck the dead.
Yeah. They're all slags. Margaret Thatcher, slag. Napoleon, slag.
Yeah.
On, Everyone from World War II,
slag. This is more your turn. Come on,
run with this bit.
Captain Tom.
Yeah.
Slag. Yes. Let's run this out to 142.
Princess Diana.
Slag. Come on, keep going.
Winston Churchill.
Slag. Nelson Mandela.
Slag.
Yes. We shout from the terraces of another one.
Keith Orville.
Slag.
Slut. Well, I told you I like to derail things, James. Just when everyone's enjoying shouting slag,
Comes in with a slut.
Who else do you want to call a slut in the spirit of fun? Lorraine Kelly.
She's alive.
Oh,
Yeah, I would though.
I got too carried away.
I would.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would, yeah.
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 I've been unhappy lately with all the stick Kirsty Allstop's been getting. Because
you fucking Tory
I
cunt.
really fancy her.
Yeah, but she's an horrid Tory.
I know, but I just really
Katie Hopkins.
I really like Tories.
Katie Hopkins.
I really fancy Tory women.
Katie Hopkins.
Kinda with you
It
on
must be
that.
a self-loathing thing.
Yeah, that's
Katie
like
Hopkins.
What about her?
Would you?
Of course, I would, yes.
Is it more the thing, like the power
Not
thing?
because she's a Tory. She's not a Tory.
This
She's just a weirdo.
this feels like, you know, this feels like some abuse thing.
Yeah, that's
what it
You know,
is,
It's
yeah.
like, yeah, you
I
call
want to
call me scum.
Yeah, I want to shag them and then be audible to them the next day. But
You wanna
knowing
get
the whole
pegged by
time
him.
when I was shagging them, they're going to be audible to me anyway. So
You want to get pegged by him?
Come
No,
on
I
now.
don't. I wanna-
Come on. We've
I
done
wanna
all
be-
right this one.
I want to be the dominant one, but I
Come
want them to be giving me abuse as I'm being dominant.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
So-
Fuck me, you
so-
fat
So
cunt.
like, yeah, you fucking
fuck me, you
benefit
fat cunt.
scrounger.
Yeah.
Okay, that's enough.
Yeah.
Right, James, where can we find you? James.Allen27 in it. Instagram.
Yeah.
Come on, we're talking about. We got it. He just snuck pegged in there. Just got it in. Come on. No pun intended, by the way. Come on. Where can we find you, James?
James Allen 27. Twitter, Instagram. I
And
am
then
also
soon to be.
I'm also going to be supporting Hayley Ellis on a few more dates on her tour this year.
Oh, she's coming on soon as well, Barry Dodds.
Yeah, excellent. You can
support that.
So
Darlington.
Yours will be out first, so tell them where to get tickets.
Darlington, Whitby, Leicester.
Yeah, where can they get tickets?
Oh, at HayleyEllis.com.
Shores.co.uk.
Maybe
I always think
.co.uk.
just fucking Google it, innit?
Maybe
Just
.org.
Google Hayley Ellis tickets. Like, yeah.
So come and see, to quote Simon, yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy.
That's how I imagine you'd say it.
You dirty girl.
You like doing the patois, don't you?
I love it.
Sorry, I was just derailing it, mate. I was just derailing it.
Derail it for fun, innit? Rob, you want to fucking...
Rob's
It's
got
going to take us to 1 hour 45. I'll Rob list where you can find him.
Yeah, fuck
All right, yeah, let's fucking we're going to need to extend this one, make it XL. But yeah, guys, on my comedy channels is Rob Mulholland Comedy on YouTube. We've got loads of stuff on there, like stand-up specials and like weekly videos. And then, if you are a Leeds fan, then FC Mulholland. I do some other football videos on there every now and again. But those are the main places. Damn Daniel podcast every week. Got loads of stuff going on. So yeah, check us out.
I'll be hidden by the time we go on. Yeah. Sweet, excellent. Thank you very much, boys. Ta-da.
Been a pleasure.
I think it's just stop recording.
Go on, you press.